Hey guys, what's going on? It's Tales to Ram here. I'm here today with the Island Campaign. We are here with Gesh,
Hello.
Ruby,
Greetings.
Shadowy,
Hello. Ugh.
and Zeus.
Hey.
We're missing Marius again today. I think he might have slept through his alarm, but he hasn't responded to any ping, so yeah. Um, anyways, anything you guys want to ask before we get started? Reminder, it's been 30 seconds.
Nope. Nothing.
Okay,
I guess.
go ahead.
Actually, I guess we'll get into that in the intro.
Go ahead, Shadowy.
I guess it's gonna be how long has it been in game since the attack of the edgy midget?
The who?
The
The
edgy
halfling
midget.
that went crazy.
Oh, well, we'll
Yeah,
get to that.
Colin.
Yeah, we'll get to that. And what sucks is Marius isn't here, so Marius doesn't do shit. Well, let's see what time. Well, yeah, good thing it's been a
Oh.
minute already.
Should we? A lot of shit happened.
Anyways, so last session. Well, previous sessions, the party had returned from the mines after losing one of their comrades and went on their own different things for a night before they returned to the Lord's Manor to have a feast after their complete good job in the mine. Upon which they distributed the magic items they had been provided. They distributed the gold and began to meet new friends and figure out who this halfling was. After the feast, the party went back to their room. A little bit of hijinks with the trap going off that Marius set as soon as everybody else walked in the room. The party went to sleep and was attacked by what they figured out was called a nightmare strider. The party barely managed to get out of the nightmare it had created for them. Nightmare. But a few of them had gained a permanent debuff for the time until due to being killed in the dream. Had the party not succeeded, that would have been a party wipe. The party then went to go speak about a mask that the creature had dropped to Lillian, I believe her name is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, should be.
Who is the mayor of Shard Ward, who reports to Lord Steelfeather, because she was one of the mayors beforehand. And as they were speaking, the Rock member of the group of Rock asked for the halfling to help put their armor on. The halfling went insane due to a nightmare beforehand and attacked Rock, who managed to escape. It seems the orb that they had found before had attuned itself to the halfling and began to eat away at their consciousness and create a void-like monstrosity. Last session, only two of my members showed up besides the halfling, and a combat ensued where the rest of the party could not see through a barrier that Lillian had created because she had created a barrier before, and its potent magic had made it almost unseeable from their point of view. And as Rock ran from the monster, he managed to knock the monster out. Trying to resuscitate the halfling broke their ribs and killed them immediately. At that point, the barrier was dropped, and the two brothers were arrested for murder. The two brothers waited in their cell with a stinking human, and instead of waiting to speak to Lord Steelfeather to straighten out what happened, they decided they wanted to break out.
Hey,
And,
I didn't
hey,
have
I'm
to
doing
do
the
anything.
intro.
Sorry.
Ensue a ridiculous combat of commoners using incense as a smoke grenade and then choking on it, and then them killing most of the guards there except for one of the mages and one of the other people who pissed their armor walking away. Lord Steelfeather appears after they interrogate the mage and basically says, "Come with me or I'm going to kill you." The group discusses what's happening, and he forces the rest of the group to go on the architect's journey with him, or the archaeologist. The group then dispersed to take baths at an old lady's house, or find food within a few hours' time because they are horrible at investigation. The party then got drunk on divine onkeg soup, and caused Big Mommy, or Beg Mommy, to become the Walter White genocidal version of Onkegs. If somebody wants to put that in quote chat, I don't mind.
Oh.
The party then joined up with one. What the frick did I name him again? Jiraiya Greenwall, and began to head out in the northern direction towards whatever whatever remains of a town they were looking to investigate. That is where we left off. However, Shadowy,
That's what it was. Dry Greenwall, right?
Jiraiya, Jer, it's in NPCs, but we haven't started there just yet. What we're gonna do, if there's no questions or any concerns before we begin,
I guess the question of how many days have these events taken place over? All just one day?
basically the rest of the night and then the rest of the day. So it's
Okay,
it's the next evening basically. Sun is starting to set.
Okay, so that would give me I'm gonna need to just roll d4.
That would give you about 12 hours of time if you wanted to do anything, which we're gonna get to right now. So Shadowy, as we bring ourselves in, let me get my music bot working to see if it actually
damn it.
works today or not. You die in your sleep.
Only one ember.
Yep, true. Damn, Ruby, you're like, are you like fucking masturbating or something? Because your fucking mic is like a fucking horse.
Every day.
No, sorry, I was standing in front of a fan.
Thank you for clarifying. We really thought.
I mean, I've had people admit to me that they've masturbated during D&D session. Not ones that I've run, so I was like, this would be a
What?
first. Yeah, I've read fucking shit on Twitter and on the Forbidden app. People have mentioned it, so I'm just like, okay.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time.
What?
Shadowy, you get a DM's inspiration for that one.
Dark Side Bill reference.
Oh,
Anyways, so Shadowy, as the rest of your group seems to be being arrested by Liliana for murder, and you not seeing what happened, you see your halfling individual dead on the ground, his chest caved in. The rock individual of your group is just covered in his blood and gore, and you see the strange crystal sphere which Marius had warned the party about on the ground shattered, seemingly devoid of any magic or use.
Yeah, seeing as they're about to be arrested. Okay. So,
Remember, I
has-
don't like when people mess with time. Continue.
Yeah, I guess considering everything that goes on, Ragnus would, not knowing these people, probably wouldn't do much to prevent them from being arrested, seeing as that would kind of rock the boat a bit. But he's also quite certain that they can clear it up, and he'd be perfectly willing to tell them
And
what he think happened.
they're not gonna do anything stupid. I mean, you've known these people for a bit. I mean, they don't seem like the type of people that would try to escape jail by murdering guards.
Yeah, I mean, considering the
Yes.
circumstances, it would be pretty easy to explain that their friend turned into a beast and they had to defend themselves.
Yeah, especially
So,
the smaller brother. He seems like very reasonable and totally can keep his other brother in wraps.
I'm sure everything will be fine. I might as well just
No.
go back and get some sleep.
Fucking gross. The one time my character didn't exactly stop his brother from doing something, everything went down. Not making that mistake
Sure, you
again.
tried. Unfortunately, you failed.
Yeah. By the way, and as that was happening the whole time, I had this in my head. So, as you managed to get back to your, technically it'd be more than 12 hours, wouldn't it? Yeah, it'd be nearing about 18. But yeah, as you get back to bed and fall asleep, dreams come to you. Actually, technically this night, no dreams would come to you. It's just a blackness. Who is your character again? Let me check.
Ragnos.
Oh yeah, Ragnos. A blackness. And then you feel warm as a small ember bursts into your vision. The symbol of a noble house. One you don't know. And a crown made of iron pooled by flame and blackened and sundered by it. Underneath, written in Infernal, as well as, do you speak Celestial?
I only speak Infernal.
Infernal, and a language that appears to be Celestial, but you can't read it. It reads, "The King in Iron." As you look upon this, is Ragnos from, did we say Ragnos is from Turam?
Yeah,
Alright,
I think he's from one of the coastal towns.
roll me a history check. You would probably be from Hystelia, to be honest with you, not Durath. Just because Hystelia has a gateway to the Hells that is guarded by tieflings. But it is a law-abiding place. It's a very volcanic island, too.
So Hystelia. Okay.
Yeah.
Bruh.
I'll send you more lore on that. But what did you roll for your history check?
That's only a 7.
7. You have no idea who the fucking King in Iron is.
I'm thinking, ooh, neat title. Can I get back to... actually wait, no, I am fucking asleep. Shit. Huh. Guess I might as well keep that name in mind.
King in Iron. Alright, as you keep that name in mind, you feel a draw towards the flame. But you awaken the next day as you stare up at the sun as what seems to be raindrops, dew, seem to be upon the windows and the many large lawns and trees, and they seem to bask in the morning sun, as it seems to have rained the prior nights. But you don't remember hearing rain because you were deep in sleep. As you awaken, it seems Jarian is nowhere to be seen. There is a note on his bed that says, "Dear Ragnos, the other two got arrested. I'm gonna go join the what the fuck is the word? Archaeologist. I'm going to prepare some items before then. Have a fun day. We'll meet at sundown."
Well, that seems reasonable. Now, maybe I should figure out who the fuck that King in Iron guy is. He seems important. So Ragnos is gonna go ask around town to see if I just do some rumor gathering, see if anyone's heard of this King in Iron.
Make me an investigation check. Actually, technically, this would be an investigation check.
Ooh, that's a 22.
22. As you're asking around, you eventually get to the old church. Somebody says there may be something in the old church that's been turned into a watchtower for the Harpy. You eventually get to it, and the overgrown church, which has roots pushing through it, barely standing. It looks like most of the roots and whatnot that grew into this during the shattering, its foundation was destroyed, but is being held by whatever greenery and vegetation exists here now. As the church is overgrown, its windows are bursted with roots, flowers, and other grasses and whatnot. You can see the stained glass windows are barely even visible anymore. The large stones, which had withstanded some of the test of time beforehand, are now moss-covered or being broken through, their mortar now destroyed. As you push through the door, you push a heavy root out of the way. It's movable, and as you begin to investigate the area, you do find a small area, a hidden compartment that's been, or what should be a hidden compartment, opened. There seems to be a few gold pieces left in it, not many. You can pick up maybe like 3. Actually, let me go ahead and roll this. Let me see how many gold is even left in here for Nyx. 1. You find a single gold piece.
Ooh, 1 for good luck.
Yep. It's on the tail side, so kind of like flip it over and then pretend you didn't see it and then go, "Ooh, good luck," and pick it up. As you pick it up, you do also find what seems to be within a second hidden compartment, within the statue at the base, the small altar where you see a small statue of a woman holding a flame. There seems to be a hidden compartment, but as you try to figure out how to open it, you can't seem to figure it out. There seems to be, upon the statue's base, there seems to be small grooves that you figure lead to an opening beyond the statue's base, but you can't understand how to get to it or open it at the moment.
So a hidden compartment and a little statue with a bunch of grooves in
Well, the
its
statue.
face.
Well, no, the statue is like, is about it's about 7 feet tall, but it stood upon a like small pillar base, and that base is where you found the weird grooves that seem to. It's nicely masoned to make it feel like these are part of the statue, but in the right light, you caught a glimpse of what seemed to be a part of the groove that wasn't properly aligned, and using that, you figured out there's definitely a hidden compartment in the base of this statue.
Well, that's peculiar. I guess before I investigate any further, I'd proceed to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. There are fading, but still present divine abjuration runes on this statue as well as below.
So on the statue and below it, and
Yeah,
they
on the
seem to
base,
be
too.
just. Are these like in any particular spot, or are they just on the statue, seemingly to be able to protect it?
They seem to be. The statue and base itself seem to be enchanted with these runes to give it a more protective element, but they seem to be fading.
All right. So nothing particularly. I guess. Yeah. So the ones below it, how far below are they? Just like at the.
They're on the
bottom
base of the
pillar?
statue, which is 3 feet tall, a small box-like
Okay, so-
shape, as I mentioned.
Okay. So yeah, base of the statue and on the statue itself. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, nothing particularly odd.
How far
that
does detect
much.
magic go? I can't remember.
It's about 30 feet in 5th edition. I just
30
checked
feet,
again to make
not around. It's 30 feet, not around corners.
Alright. You do sense, hidden behind one of the large roots next to the statue, there is a faint bit of magic coming from beneath it. Of course, the roots and everything else give off a natural magic vibe, so it was hard to detect at first, but using detect magic, you're able to sift and figure out that there is probably a sort of hidden mechanism that has the similar magic to the statue and base. But it's hidden behind a bunch of roots.
Okay, so. Oh. So in that case, I'm gonna go look for the roots to see if I can find anything with the familiar abjuration magic.
Alright, make me an athletics check.
That's only a 16.
16. You managed to pull a few of the roots away, but it seems there is a brick wall, well, a stone brick wall of the tower behind it, and you get the feeling that the mechanism is hidden behind a large root that is going to be hard to move.
You know, I consider for a moment bringing my axe up, but then I remember that this town is supposedly guarded by some kind of creature.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe cutting this open isn't the best idea.
Remember, you have other ways to do it. There's always the charisma-based skills.
Yeah. I guess with that in mind, I could think if I could ask a couple people. In that case, with that in mind, I'll consider. Maybe I could ask a couple other people to assist me in this endeavor, just move it out of the way.
Alright, so you go out and you ask around for people to aid you. What do you say to people? Because remember, you're a tiefling, you look like a devil, and these are mainly dwarves and elves. Maybe the occasional gnome. Well, actually, not technically. Dwarves and elves, and maybe 1 or 2 humans.
Hey guys, sorry. I heard about something in the temple that's supposedly of some import, and I just want to see if I can get to it, just so it's not, lost in that old temple. I just need your help to move a root out of the way.
Make me a persuasion check.
Okay. Oh, it's only a 15.
One of the dwarves looks at you. You're asking us to do manual labor for free? For you? Buy me a drink and I can get my buddy. Buy me and my buddies a drink and we'll help you out.
All right. Yeah, so I go to. Yeah, it was the. Oh fuck, what's that? The place name? It's Big Mommy's place.
Yeah, give me 1 second to look. It should be an NPC's because it should be under his name specifically. The Warded Vine.
At Warded Vine.
You go to the Warded Vine and you hear as you like. There's a door, but it doesn't seem to be a lot of iron in this town, and it doesn't seem to be locked. And as you like push in, like you push, and there seems to be a boulder placed behind the door to keep people from coming in. You manage to push it out of the way, and as you walk in, the entire area is like not lit except by like the lantern vines seem to be off. Well, the vined lanterns that hang above the ground. The tables seem to be covered with stuff, and you can see multiple items are like carapaces are just like placed upon the tables. You can see blood and green ichor sprayed everywhere. You see these large like ant-like creatures that are just like half dissected, and you could hear from the back like the yelling of somebody who's going, I told you not to speak that stupid ass language. We speak common here. I told you to have them dissected 2 hours ago, so we could. And you could just hear an argument happening between Beg Mommy and his goblin friend, who you would know. What did I call him again, guys? I can't remember. I think it was Jimmy.
Yeah, it was Jimmy.
Okay,
Or Johnny.
Jimmy or Johnny. He uses the two names specifically. It's weird, but it's Jimmy / Johnny. So Jimmy Johnny, the goblin, is the right-hand man and supplier of ingredients to Beg Mommy specifically. And you could hear them arguing in the back about how they were supposed to dissect the Onkegs a while ago. And you do remember that Beg Mommy was talking about an Onkeg infestation and possibly using some eggs they discovered to make a new meal recently. And you could see a few Onkegs being halfway dissected on the tables.
Okay, so remembering that, Ragnos is slightly less concerned.
Well, Jimmy, where'd you put the spices then? I swear, boss, I didn't do anything with them. Then where'd they go? I don't know, don't ask me. Get out there and start dissecting the rest of the Onkegs. You got it, boss. And you just see Jimmy push past like the small curtains and just walks past you. Oh, hey, Ragnos. Beg's in the back. If you're here to talk to Mommy, she's back there. Oh, he's back there. I don't know why I keep saying she. And he just walks back, and you see him pull out this huge ass Bowie knife, like from Australia, and he just goes up to one of the undissected Onkegs and just like swiftly, like this man, like he butterfly knifes this Bowie knife and just starts to dissect it very fast.
Alright, while it's going on,
impressive.
Ragnos is gonna go into the back, and when he gets to the open door, he's gonna try knocking on it.
No door. It's just curtains, remember. So you push
I
past.
guess I'll knock on the wall.
Okay, you knock on the wall. Jimmy, if that's you, I'm gonna beat your ass. And you just see Beg Mommy, the buff man, bald head, a little bit of fuzz on his head now, large twirly mustache, and just an apron over his very buff body, comes stepping out. He's like 6 to 8 feet tall, so he just like bends down and just looks out. Ah, Ragnos! Just in time. Mind helping me with something back here really quickly?
Sure, sure, dude.
Come on. And he ushers you back as he brings you back to the kitchen, which is this large splayed kitchen of... It's more like a meat cellar. It's fucking freezing back here. And there's a separate room for cooking. It's weird. This is basically just storage, but you see large boxes. It's very cold back here. Few shelves, whatnot. And you see a small room off to the right as you enter. It seems to have a stove in it. As you recall working here, that room is like a 5 by 5 foot room, and it only has a stove in the an oven in the very center of it, and that is all that is in that room. It's weird. As you look around, you do see a few barrels of wine and whatnot, and you see Beg Mommy goes, "Ugh, would you mind helping me look for some spices? Kind of lost them and I can't find them anywhere."
Well, not the best investigator myself, but I've been told that I can certainly help other people get things done.
Well, just help me out here. Go ahead and start looking over there, and he starts to point out a few places.
Then I start whistling a little tune. I'm giving him bardic inspiration.
Alright, you're not giving him the help action?
Oh, and I'm giving him help action as well.
Okay.
Just I'm doing that as well to make it.
And how much is your bardic? 1d6?
Yeah, 1d6.
Okay, that is 24 plus 2, 26. Okay. Could have sworn I put them around here, and he looks towards a large, like, shelved case, and he goes, "Where the fuck did they go?" And as he's, like, walking away, you can see the shelf is kind of misaligned from the wall.
Alright, so he's looking through that, and I noticed that the shelf's misaligned.
Yeah,
with
like
wall.
the right side, as you're looking at it, the right side of it is up against the wall, but it looks like the left side's been pushed about a good half a foot, and Bagwami hasn't realized it.
Hey man, that seems. I think one of your shelves a bit broken.
Huh? What do you? It's like a full-on bookcase, basically, but it's just a bunch of shelves. Huh? What are you? And he, as you point it, he looks out. What the fuck? I remember pushing, and he like pulls it away, and you can see a large hole that's been dug, kind of outwards and down, through a large tree that seems to sit at the back of the establishment, on the other side, and you can see that it goes down into the dirt. There's a few tracks that seem to not be humanoid, but you're not sure, and a trail of a bit of salt and pepper. Oh, god damn it. Jimmy! Yes, boss! And as he pushes through the curtains, he looks at Big Mommy. I thought you said you killed the rest of the on-kegs. I did. Did you now? And he points towards the hole. Oh, that's not good. No, it's not. My bad. Jimmy, I don't trust you worth shit to kill on-kegs anymore. And he pulls out a small, bit of gold. Before, actually, Ragnos, you have a group of people, right?
Yes. Yeah, I have some friends, or acquaintances, I'd say.
You wouldn't be happen to be too busy right now to kill a few on-kegs with your friends for me, would ya?
Well, we're gonna be helping an archaeologist named Jiraiya.
Oh, yeah. He came in and bought a few barrels of alcohol yesterday.
Yeah. If I could convince a couple of them to. Well, this thing. If I could convince them to come along, we could probably clear them up rather quickly. Then we could go on to help the archaeologist.
Oh, well, when are you gonna go? Like, when are you leaving?
About sundown.
Oh, and he looks out the window and you can see it's about midday. Ugh. Well, if you have to find your friends, if you get back here, it may take you a few hours. So I don't. You know what? Thank you for being nice, but I think I've got this. Jimmy, yeah? Go hire a few of those dwarves and promise them a barrel of alcohol each. And he throws him. Sorry, he says a butt of alcohol each, not a barrel. And he throws him a small coin purse. Jimmy goes, "Can I keep the rest?" No. Okay. Well, I got you, boss. And he starts to walk out. Good seeing you, Ragnos, as he waves his hand and walks out.
Good seeing you, Jimmy.
You hear,
As if
you hear
anything
the
happens.
boulder. You hear the boulder. Fucking damn it! The door closes. Well, I'm gonna put a few of these on-keg bodies in storage again. Don't want the customers coming in later and getting mad at the place being dirty. I'm sorry, I completely. What'd you come here for, Ragnos? What can I do?
Well,
for
I
you?
was mainly coming here to get some alcohol to get some of those to get the help of those dwarves. They asked for some alcohol, but seeing as they'll be helping you.
Well, the
Yeah, I
whole
think I'll just
town
go
is
find
made of
something else.
dwarves and elves.
Oh,
There's
in that
like
case, I just want
50
some alcohol.
dwarves, at least.
In that case, I just need some alcohol. Got some dwarves that'll help me if I get them some.
Okay, what kind of alcohol you want?
I'm trying to remember which ones the dwarves liked.
There's wine, there's ale. You're not sure. Each person has
I
their
have
own
a feeling
taste.
Yeah.
they have a taste for ale.
There's
more than anything.
grog.
Or whiskey.
There's no whiskey here specifically.
Oh, dang.
It's a small village / small town. He goes, I'll get you some ale. In the meantime, you mind helping me move some of these bodies to the back?
Sure, I won't mind.
Alright. He asks you how many dwarves there were, and you say about 10. He goes, alright, and he starts to pour a few wineskins full of ale. As you eventually do help move a few of the bodies back to the back, he goes, alright, here's your ales, and he hands them to you. Be seeing you soon.
Alright. See you too, Big.
Alright.
And I'm gonna head out to find the dwarves in question.
Alright. You hear Beg start to move the fucking rock, and he walks out as he waves to you. The Warden Vine is open for the night. Step on in. People start to rush there. You get to the dwarves, and they look at you. Hey, you're finally done with whatever you finally got our alcohol, eh?
Yeah, he was asked me for some help.
Ah, well.
But with that, managed to get you some of this.
Alright, we'll help you move some of those roots then. Come on,
Alright.
boys, and you see the 10 dwarves start to, shimmy along. They start to whistle a nice tune as they're starting to drink alcohol on the way.
Alright.
What are their names?
I don't think I need to ask them that right yet.
You got Dimmy, Dommy, Lommy, Limmy. No, I don't know.
That would have been.
I could give you 10 random dwarven names to put into the NPCs channel.
Nah.
Okay. I will mention a few of them look like miners, while a few of them look like lockers, specifically. A few of them have more, soot and dust, and they wear pickaxes, while the other ones have a bit more, clean-shaven bodies and smell like pine trees, but they have an axe on their side. As you continue to walk in, you eventually get into the church, and they're like, "Oh, these little vines? Yes, boys, let's get this. Let's show this winged man what we can do. We are dwarves, after all." They all stretch, and they go, "Huzzah!" as they show their bulging muscles while completely drunk.
Imagine if they all had the same name.
They do a group pose.
Oh god, they're doing JoJo.
It's more Dragon Ball Ginyu Force, but yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Anyway, so as they start to move the roots, okay, because they technically have advantage here. Okay, you see that they easily remove the roots, and even a few of the loggers get rid of a few of the tinier roots that have grown into the church's walls. But he doesn't do it too deadly. He cuts a little piece of the roots off, and he grabs a little bit of soil, puts it on the end, and he moves the roots down and puts them into some cracks in the ground. They very carefully, yeah, basically that. they very carefully remove these roots as you hear one of the dwarves go, "We don't want to anger the guardian." "Of course not." "All right." And they start to move them very carefully. It takes about 10 minutes. At this point, your detect magic is gone.
Yeah, I'll probably. Actually, I had detect magic up still. So in that case, did I have a good idea where?
Yeah, you
where
already
I
knew.
could be going?
Well, you don't know exactly the point, but it's on the brick wall somewhere that you just removed the roots from.
Yeah, right.
Well then, if there's nothing else, we're gonna go into the bar then. And you see, they start to walk out, and they go, "Let's go, Timmy's," and they all walk out.
All right. So with that, I'll continue my investigation.
Hold on, let me put this in NPC's chat.
I say if y'all did to me, that would be fucking hilarious. Timmy, and what was his name again? Oh yeah, Timmy. Man, really gonna do the 10 Timmys.
Bro, what is wrong with my keyboard?
No clue.
Everything.
I think you guys are gonna get a kick from this description of them.
No. Even it's gonna be the most hilarious shit.
The Timmy Force, a group of 10 dwarves and Shardward that half are loggers and half are miners. They aided Ragnos in removing some roots in the decrepit church for ale. Surprisingly, none of them are named Timmy.
They're all
Right.
named Jimmy.
That would be a funny one, but no.
No. Why?
Alright.
Be the perfect name
They
for
each
them.
have their own names and lives, that's why. Anyways. So, as the Timmy Force moves, what are you doing, Ragnos? Are you investigating the wall?
Yeah, I'm gonna. That's the thing. Ragnos, knowing that this place has a lot of secret compartments, is gonna start groping the wall.
Okay, make me a Riz check.
Man, really gonna.
Alright, make me an investigation check.
Fuck it,
I'll
no,
say, because
man.
I've done this before,
being
make me an
very thorough.
investigation or persuasion check, your choice.
I'll say I'm being very thorough.
Alright, so you're investigating, you're not persuading. Good to know.
Yeah. I guess I'm just keeping that in mind, since I'm even if I don't find something, I'm gonna take a very long time. All right. That's 16.
16, and that's investigation. Okay, so
Yep.
I'll say you have advantage on this because you definitely do know that it's this wall and it's very specifically higher up than lower down.
Alright, that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So as you start to grope the wall for about an hour, you go through each and every brick, and eventually you get to a single brick that seems to be untouched by where the roots were. As you look at it, it seems to be wobbly, as if it could be pulled out, and it seems to be untouched by time, almost.
Alright, let's pull this out nice and slow.
So, as you pull it out, it makes a loud sound, and as you pull it out, it starts to get to the edge of the brick, or what you would assume, about a good foot-long brick, and, a stone brick, and as you pull it out, it stops at the very end, and you can't pull it out, and you hear a click sound. Make me a dexterity. No, I'm just joking. You hear what sounds like something unlock, and then you hear the statue itself, the base of it, the square base of it, suddenly, stone moving, as the front of the base of the statue opens up like a door.
Jackpot. Alright. Okay. Ragnos is gonna peek his head through, start looking through.
Alright, as you look through, it seems where the base of the statue ends the top, there's a ceiling, and then where it ends the bottom, there's a good foot dip down, and you see a small magic circle of divine nature that seems to be enroached on the ground. This is like a good 3-foot, like, small cavity underneath the statue, so you could easily fit, like, a gnome in here. But as you look, there is a small magic runic circle kind of design on this ground. You're not sure what its purpose is, but looking around, there doesn't seem to be anything else here. I will say this you do recall the designs of this temple, and that it is probably part of the Slashay faith. Not Slashay, Shale Shy faith.
Hey, excuse me, my dad's calling me. Alright. Okay, I'm back.
It's probably, this temple is probably part of the Shale Shy faith.
Yeah. I guess with the statue of the goddess. Alright.
Yes. It seems to have no details. It's just a woman with a veil over her face and a flame above her hand, but it's made of stone, all of it. What's funny about the statue is the flame is actually connected to a small part of the gown that seems to drop off next to her hand, and it seems to just be carved that way very delicately. Anybody that, like, barely even, like, hit the edge of the gown where it connects to the flame would break that part of the statue off. It looks very delicate, basically. If you've ever seen those like Greek statues where they like make a woman but then have her like in cloth, it basically looks like that.
Alright. So Ragnos, seeing that the main thing that seems to be hidden is this magic circle, is going to cast yet another Detect Magic, just in case,
Okay.
before he touches this.
The magic circle is not glowing, it's innate. As you look around, the only thing that you can see is the same wards in this base as well as above in the statue.
In that case, Ragnos is he's gonna do something very big brain.
You touch the magic circle,
Yep.
nothing happens. I will say, as you touch it, Yash, can you mute yourself? As you touch it, you get the feeling that this circle is meant to be supplied with mana.
This makes a bit more sense. So how am I gonna... I have an idea. Alright, so Ragnos, seeing that this needs to be supplied with mana, he knows that and he knows that Shell-Shy is a goddess of, at least has a flame motif. So logically, he's gonna take out his axe, put it in the circle, and then he's gonna cast Heat Metal on it.
Okay. The spell goes off and your axe is now heated. Is Heat Metal a continuous spell?
Yeah, it's gonna be continuous.
Let me go ahead and roll a D100 here. What level spell is that?
Second level.
Okay. It does not seem to take effect.
Oh, the spell doesn't take effect.
Well, the spell takes effect, but it has no effect on the circle. As it seems, I will say, roll me an Arcana check.
Alright. That's a 13.
You get the feeling that the spell has to be cast directly on the circle, either through touch or specifically through targeting the circle, not an item that touches it.
Damn. Alright. So I undo the...
Okay.
I undo Heat Metal, but with
Remember,
that in
remember what
mind-
spells you've cast, by the way.
Oh. Okay, Heat Metal and... Sorry,
Detect
yeah,
Magic.
cast Heat Metal and Detect Magic. Alright. Yeah, Detect Magic. I'll say Detect Magic's concentration, right?
Well, yeah, but it's been over 10 minutes.
No, since I cast that second one, that would have ended the concentration with the
Yes.
other
Yes. It
thing.
would.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, but with that in mind, since I've cast that and that, but now I've realized, okay, I'm going to cast. I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion into the circle, making an illusion of flame.
Alright. As you do so, you do see the circle lights up with a lime green color. And it seems to almost send off embers. As you hear, the circle disappears as you hear the sound of stone moving again, and you pull your head out and you can see the statue itself seems to move as if it's alive and bends down towards you. As the flame in its hand is pushed out towards you, its hand turns and moves as if it's going to push the flame into you before it stops, and you can see the body of this statue suddenly cracks and breaks as the statue is now broken. You also feel a wave of magic being dispelled.
Magnus has his lips puckered in a, oh, did I fuck up? But looking at where the statue was, is there anything remaining?
As you start to filter through the shards of the statue, you do see a few scrolls and other items that seem to have scrolling on them, but they are in a language you don't read. These scrolls themselves seem to be closed, and as you try to open them, it almost shines very brightly, and you close them themselves. You find two scrolls and a single, what seems to be like a pyramid shape that's about 5 inches tall, and it seems to have scrawling on all of its sides. It's made of brass. Sorry, copper, and it seems to have turned green due to oxidation.
Ragnos just looks at these, at this language he doesn't know, and simply thinks, I really should have listened to my dad when he told me to go to university. This probably made this shit a lot easier. Oh. I guess with that, Ragnos is going to take the scrolls and pyramid and see if he can. I guess he's gonna see if his new friends are out of prison. I mean, they're magically inclined. They might be able to help.
All right. As you begin to step out of the church, it is about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Your character knows sundown is in about 4 hours, and you begin to look for your allies. You can't seem to find them in the first hour. So, what are you doing for the next 3?
Since I've used a couple of my warlock slots, I'm gonna just take an hour to rest.
Okay, so that's 2 hours left as you rest and eventually recuperate your warlock slots.
Alright, so...
Specifically, have you taken those spells as a warlock, or because they would be tied to your warlock slots, by the way?
Yeah, mainly, I think it's mainly because of multi-classing.
Yeah, here's the problem, though. Multi-classing is weird on, like, D&D Beyond. If you take spells, you have to ascertain which ones are warlock and which one are normal spellcasters, or that's how it was a while ago, anyways. Because, like, for example, you can't cast a warlock spell with, like, a sorcerer spell.
I was checked with how packed shit works. Okay.
I think that's how it works on D&D Beyond. You can't cast a warlock spell with, like, a sorcerer spell slot, and the same thing is the opposite way around. But I don't care about that shit. It's just I don't know if you're using D&D Beyond or whatnot.
I'm not using that, so it wouldn't really matter.
Doesn't matter. Just so you're aware, I don't allow the coffee lock ability where you just fucking...
Yeah, because that's the thing. That shit kind of is like, okay, maybe you'll get that shit to work, but it's like it's all that funky shit, and anyone who's reasonable is just gonna say no. No, you can't.
We make it the coffee lock subclass. Give them downsides.
And the peasant railgun technically doesn't work because all of those actions are happening at the same time, technically. So it's happening in a span of 6 seconds, which means the person at the front can't have the same thing at the back.
Alright.
So, yeah, fuck your rules. The only way that the peasant railgun would work is if they had, like, a 600-foot long pole that they were all passing, like, just immediately throwing. But even then, they wouldn't all be able to throw it fast enough.
Alright. But with that, since I've rested a bit, okay. So seeing as I just have these, what else would Ragnos do? He knows that he has a couple hours left before...
2 hours.
2 hours before he has to leave. So, considering he couldn't find his friends within the first hour, I guess I'm wondering, was it just that no one knew where they were?
No one knows who the fuck you're talking about, by the way.
I didn't know who he was talking about. Makes sense. Alright. So... guessing they would be at the prison. Or the jail.
What are you doing? It's been over
Well,
an hour at this point, basically.
Yeah, that's the thing. They'd be at the jail. So I'm thinking I'd probably go there and check for them.
Alright, so you head to the Lord's Manor where the jail is located, and as you get there, the guards go, "Oh, sorry, no entry today." And they go, "If you're here for the archaeologist's job, though," and he points towards a large carriage covered in sacks and different nettings and items that are placed upon it, with barrels on the roof and on the sides and on the back. It seems to be a human, tan skin, dreadlocks, who seems to be currently fastening some large cantaloupes to the front. Not cantaloupes, antelopes. What the?
You can't fix a mental image, by the way. It's permanently cantaloupes.
They're buff antelopes. They are buff antelopes. They look like
Alright.
you took an antelope and put it on steroids for 2 weeks.
Okay, but I must ask, do you know where those were at Xerox and Airy guy went?
Ooh.
I think. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The guys that actually wait, yeah, their names would be Eric and Veracos. But if you don't know who they are the guys that were causing a lot of trouble last night. Oh, they got arrested for murder.
Oh, those guys. Yeah, they killed a few guards, and then the Lord said they can go on the archaeologist's job, but he took a sample of their blood, so if they run, they're gonna be killed.
Excuse me, what?
Yeah. They tried to kill a few guards and escape, but they were pardoned.
Oh. Well, thanks for telling me, man.
Yeah. They're your friends? You need to find better friends, man.
Alright, yeah, thanks for the advice.
No problem. Next bit of advice comes with a fee, though.
Alright. Yeah. Alright, yeah, so Ragnos heads over to the he heads over to the
To the cart?
the cart. I think he's like me right now, like just wondering what the fuck happened.
Alright, you head over to the cart and you see who you assume is the archaeologist, Gerion. Or Zariah, sorry. Greenwall. Human. Let's see here. Where is it? He's like 6 to 7 feet tall. Sorry, 5'7", sorry, my bad. 5'7", tan skin. Not like he has very dark skin like a black man, but he seems to have lived in desert or some other place very long. Dreadlocks, wears goggles on his head, as well as a torn cloak that seems to be a duster that's torn in different places, a scarf, fingerless gloves. As you approach, he goes, "Alright, Bessie, you get good," and he pats one of the antelopes on the behind and just starts to walk away as he finishes the reins. "Oh, hello there." I can't remember his voice. I think it was, "Hey, what's going on, dude?" I don't remember his voice, so this is what it's gonna be, yo.
It was what was first was what you first used.
"Hey, what's good? You must be Ragnos, right? They told me some kind of devil-looking individual was gonna be joining my group. You him?"
Yeah, I'm Ragnos.
Well, nice to meet you. I'm Jariah Greenwall.
I take his hand in mine.
He
and we
shakes it heavily.
shake.
So, where you come from? You look interesting. You don't look like you're around from these parts.
Actually, yeah, what was that? The name was Hurrah something?
Hestelia.
Estelia. Okay, I'm actually gonna put that in my notes. Estelia.
Yeah, I'll send you some
I'm
more
from
notes.
Hestelia.
Hestelia! Oh, I know that place. Taram, right? Not a very livable place in most of its regions, you know, volcanoes and whatnot, but it seems pretty nice, except for, like, Hell's Gate, the main capital, where they kind of have the hierarchy, like the kings there, and the queens there, sorry, and they kind of, like, guard the entrance to the Hells. You know, kind of a weird place. I haven't been there myself. Actually, I think my brother might have gone once, but kind of weird. Kind of scares me. Don't really want to go, you know. It's kind of hot, it's kind of stuffy, not hot like Darath, even hotter, you know. Darath is nice and cool compared to it, because Darath has nice winds, and it has nice breezes, it's not all desert, you know, and he just starts to go on this rant. Like, he does not shut the fuck up.
I guess I'll...
Do you stop him at any point?
I'm just interested in listening to Jiraiya, just getting an idea of what he's like.
You
Okay.
gain 1 level of exhaustion.
He continues to talk as he continues to fix up the carriage for a good hour. He seems to be in his younger 20s. He's very talkative. And he mentions his brother, who's more of a proficient archaeologist than him, Trunston Greenwall. And he's from Darath. He's a human. Hasn't been there in a few years because he kind of got shifted here, you know. But he seems like a very out in the open kind of person. Like, the only thing that really annoys you about him is how he talks, and talks, and talks. That's the only downside of him, specifically. Like, he does not shut up. He shares all of his personal fucking self like shit. So like he goes, yeah, but then like my brother got made fun of because he used to piss the bed until he was 7. That kind of shit. He just goes into all these personal details that you probably do not want to know.
Well, at the very least, I have an idea of his. At least I know him.
Yeah, he's gonna go. This is gonna be fun. I'm gonna go on rants with him if you guys don't shut him the fuck up.
All right.
Anyways, at this
Fair
point,
enough.
as the rant begins to end, he goes, "Oh, well, we should get going soon." And he looks at his wrist. Why did I look at my wrist? What the hell is going? This has been a thing through my campaigns. I keep making them look at watches that don't exist technically. So, and he goes, hop on in the carriage. And you see Jerry and is already like sitting in the carriage. Oh, I didn't see you come there. Hello, my name. Shut the fuck up. All right. And he just walks to the front of the carriage. At this point, as you climb into the carriage and like begin to take your seat and look around, what the fuck happened to the ring I was just wearing? What the hell? Oh, there it is. Got pulled off my covers somehow. But yeah, as you begin to sit down, you see approaching 3 individuals: a man made of rock, a man made of air, and a human who seems to be approaching. If you'd like to describe Brian to him, Ruby.
Well, you see a. Hold on. Right. You see.
You literally described him last session.
Yeah. Hold on, give me a sec. I did not put his thing in the character profiles.
Alright,
I
you
completely
see
forgot what it
you see a base-ass human with a little bit of stubble grown, seemingly recently shaven on most of the parts of his face. His hair is, I think he was a brunette. Or was it red?
Yeah, it was a dark red. He
Dark
had
red.
some skin on the darker side.
Dark red hair and a little bit of a darker skin. But his eyes were, I believe, blue or green, I can't remember. He seems... he's... Compared to the clothing he is currently wearing, his skin seems very clean, as if he just took a bath, but his clothes are kind of rinky-dinky. Specifically, it seems like his clothes are torn a little bit. He hasn't really gotten new clothes in a while. As he approaches you, he smells like a beautiful forest fragrance.
Yeah, his eyes were green. Surprisingly, same as the crystallized sword.
Yeah, and he seems to carry a large Zweihander on his back. He looks like that homeless, a homeless sword for hire that you would hire in, like, an anime video game. He looks like a cool badass Kirito, but, like, he's homeless.
Yeah, you just hire him for like 20 copper and he can one-shot the end boss.
Yeah, so as
But
he
not
approaches,
really.
he approaches, and you can see the handguard of his Zweihander seems to be very prominent compared to the black metal of the rest of it. It is this almost crystal green gemstone that seems to almost... the black metal almost flakes from it to the beginning of the blade and the bottom of the handle. Well, the top of the handle. Almost seeming like it had grown out from the, what's it called? The gem had grown out from the guard itself. Anyways, these 3 begin to approach, and this individual begins to talk to the other 2 as they approach the carriage and they see you. Ragnos, you give them a nod and a strange look at the human, who begins to just walk up to the front alongside Jiraiya, and Jiraiya begins to start speaking with him and won't shut the fuck up. At this point, the 2 brothers join you in the carriage, sitting their backs facing the front, you facing the front with your face, as you all step into the carriage and close the door. If there's any role play before the carriage begins to roll between you.
Air Raid. Rokos. Hey guys, I heard a couple interesting things about your activities today.
We had fun.
No, we had. I did not have fun.
You never have fun. You're a very boring person.
It's hard with someone who is as retarded as you are.
That's offensive.
It is not, it is the truth.
It's at this point, there's a crack of the whips and you feel the entire cart is pulled pretty fast by these buff antelopes.
You're imagining it.
Can't
You're
see anything
imagining
wrong with
them
that.
rolling.
Roll and roll and roll. As they begin to pull, sitting at the front, Ruby, Brian, technically, these things are like moving, like they're not leaping like a normal antelope would. They're just like walking hella fast. They seem to bulge with their muscles as they continue to walk. Like, how do I explain? They walk like kind of like their muscles bulge like when a gorilla walks on all fours.
Yeah.
But they prance forward. As they continue to prance forward, you guys eventually do see the sun starting to set as rain is starting to begin to splatter the roads. Well, rain is probably going to start splattering the roads. A heavy wind is picking up as outside the carriage windows you can see are starting to get to the verdant emerald kind of fields that are like 3 to 5 feet tall grasses that have a single pathway north, just north of Shardward. You manage to get out of the forest as you see the night sky is starting to take place, and certain celestial bodies and stars are becoming these patterns in the sky. You can see these transient ley line energy kind of iridescent colors are starting to permeate the sky as well. If you would like to roleplay anything, feel free.
You know, I'm just gonna put everything I heard about what you guys did in town behind me for now. I think I actually wanna. I guess I should tell you what I was doing while you were, I guess, from what I heard, breaking out of prison.
Not true. Attempted break.
Okay. Yeah, I pull out the scrolls in the pyramid. I found a couple of these in an abandoned temple near Shardward. I was just wondering, can you guys read the text on this? I put out the pyramid.
I don't read very often.
I'm trying to read what's.
So this motherfucker pulls out a brass copper pyramid that's like 5 inches tall that seems to be oxidized by oxygen into a green color. So, what languages do you guys speak?
Practically fucking
I
nothing.
cannot speak since I'm in front and they're in the carriage.
I speak Common, Primordial, Dwarvish, and Elvish.
You can't speak it?
What?
Zeus, what languages do you speak?
Dwarvish and Common.
The fuck, guys?
I only know
I
Common
like
and
money,
Sylvan.
and dwarves make good money.
So as you guys begin to look at this, you have no idea what the fuck it says.
You know, yeah, we're with an archaeologist. You know, I think Jiraiya might have an idea.
I am.
Jiraiya is driving the cart.
Yeah, so I probably might have an idea of what this is. So when we stop, we can probably ask him.
I am ritual casting comprehend languages.
All right.
Okay, let me check this really quickly. Comprehend languages. I just need to see.
It does have the ritual tag.
Is this using your book?
Yes.
Okay, so it's the funny book.
Of course, it's my funny book.
The one that I said you probably shouldn't take.
No, the book that I have is another one.
What's it called?
It's called the Alchemical Compendium. It is not relevant for this situation.
Okay, good to know. Thank you. That's the book I was asking. Let's see here.
And even if I would have still casted it as a ritual.
Okay, so you cast the spell over the course of 10 minutes. Or a minute, sorry, because I think that's what ritual is, right? A minute?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10
okay.
minutes.
So, you eventually finish casting the spell, and as you do, you see the pyramid and the words are not mingling, because you have to be touching the words.
I will.
Okay. here. I will say, due to the spell, technically, what is the material component of the spell?
It's a pinch of salt. It's a pinch of soot and salt, which I can forgo for with my
Yeah,
arcane.
True.
Yeah.
So as you touch it and you hold on to this and you look at it, the script seems to be in Celestial, but the specifics, it is not meant to be written in a
Language.
It seems to be a secret code of sorts, which technically the spell does not decode.
Yeah.
It mentions something about it, like you don't get the actual meaning of it, but it seems to be more religious in its message that it is written in specifically. It just mentions something about the great primordial flame, shit like that. You can't really understand much about it. You're not a religious person.
This seems to be a code message which I can't really.
Well, your character doesn't know it's a coded message. You just know that it looks like religious, bullshit that's being said on it.
Yeah. I would suggest that maybe another person who actually knows the language looks at it. It's weird.
Alright. I guess while you're... Yeah, that spell lasts for a couple minutes, right?
An hour.
Alright, in that case, I'm gonna hand him the 2 scrolls. See if you could open these. I will warn you they're a bit bright.
Looking at these
You might wanna
scrolls, they
face them
are...
away.
I'll actually ask this, Ragnos, what's your alignment?
Chaotic neutral.
Okay, yeah. So, you would have opened the scrolls and they would have been bright to you, yeah. So, as you're handed these scrolls, you look at them and they're the 2 end pieces, these 2 cylinders that you can open up, that seem to open up... What is it called when it goes upward style?
What?
It's not landscape, it's...
Oh,
It's
portrait, yeah.
portrait?
Yeah. You open them up portrait style, and you can see that the 2 cylinders on the ends have this beautiful golden filigree that's usually anointed to religious documents and scrolls. So as you open it up, what is your alignment, Gesh?
Neutral.
Just neutral?
Yeah, true neutral.
Alright. You open up the text and it shines heavily in your face. You cannot read this.
No, my eyes. Oh.
Wow.
Ruck, what is your alignment?
I'm chaotic neutral.
Are you looking? Well, hold up. Ragnos, you were chaotic neutral, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Brock, it is blinding you too. Let me see something here. Yeah. As the light shines bright, the small window that's there seems to send this golden lights out to the front of the carriage. Ruby, what's your character's alignment?
Lawful good.
Ruby, you look back and they just have a scroll open. You see the driver suddenly holds his eyes. Ah, fuck! And he starts to veer off the road. But you specifically don't see the bright light.
What's wrong?
The carriage
Why are you covering
goes
your
off
eyes?
the road, and he's gonna make a disadvantaged blinded check to keep the carriage from toppling.
I'm going to help him.
Okay, so let me re-roll that because I rolled it twice. So okay, the carriage, one of the wheels starts to push over into this high grass, and you know the carriage is about to crash, and you're about a good 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes from the town you just left. The rain is starting to pitter-patter down. What are you doing? Because it's about to crash.
First I'm gonna, since I can feel the carriage about
Yeah,
to
everyone
crash,
else
I'm
in the
not
back of the
gonna
carriage is like blinded. Oh my fucking! And you just feel you starting to get thrown around in the carriage.
This is why I don't read. It brings problems.
Actually, Brock, you are slingshotted out of the carriage as your heavy body breaks the side wood of the door.
God
Oh,
damn it.
come on, man.
My fat ass is my biggest hindrance.
It's more that you weigh a lot, but you're not like heavily built specifically. You are like a fucking boulder.
I'm literally made of rocks.
Yeah. You guys watch as rock goes flying out, and you're like, okay, good. And you look back towards the scroll, and your eyes just go blinded again.
I immediately close the scroll.
Okay, I will say this: if you guys are trying not to fall out of the carriage, make me dexterity saves. But this is going to be while you are blinded, so it's at
Do I
disadvantage.
make one, or am I
No,
just
you're
falling
just
out?
out. You're just out.
Okay.
So these are disadvantage.
Yeah, disadvantage for anybody making the dexterity saving throw. Except Brian doesn't need to make any saves at the moment. Because he's a good aligned character. You guys get the basic idea I'm going for with everything that I've given you so far?
Yeah,
Yeah.
good line,
And only
boys.
good aligned character can read this.
Yeah. And this entire campaign, bad shits happen to any evil or neutral aligned characters, guys.
Well, one of them had a great time.
And he was turned to a good aligned character.
Okay, well, shut up.
Okay, yeah, but okay, yeah. To be fair, this is the first character for mine in the whole campaign that isn't good aligned, and all my characters at all were deaths, except
Yes.
Royale. So,
Yes. What did you roll?
an 8.
Alright. What about you, Shadowy?
I got a 5.
Alright. Ruby, you watch as the right side wall of the carriage, you just see all 3 of your friends go flying out before the carriage continues to go forward, and you see the archaeologist
Nice.
manages to hold on to the reins as the gazelles, or not the gazelles, the antelopes are still pulling the carriage from the road, but the carriage is starting to drift off the road, and it's going to pull them with it, probably.
I'm going
It
to
is
help
basically
him guide
Tokyo
them.
drifting on this dirt.
I'm going to help them guide the carriage back
It's
on
already
the road.
falling off the road, man. They failed their check.
Well then,
I think it's too late for me to
I'm
use
just gonna grab
my,
and jump off the carriage.
Okay,
Go
so
for
this
it.
carriage
Is
has
it-
everything you guys need. You guys
A
jump off.
goblin. Is it too late to use my
You
You are
promotional
falling
shift?
off the ground. And yes, it is too. Actually, technically, no. You are a chronological wizard. You can use chrono shift. Go ahead. Roll
Then
again.
I will use that.
Roll again with disadvantage. Roll again with disadvantage.
No, I meant on the antelope so the carriage doesn't fall down completely.
It's too late for that shit.
Oh shit. Yeah, then never mind.
Actually,
Come on.
I'm going to just help them stop the animals.
So you're gonna try to stop the animals. Make me an animal handling check.
Alright, give me just a second. Alright, so my animal handling score
Why are you rolling so many die?
What's the damage you guys took?
roughly 30-20.
Dirty 20? Alright, you managed to stop the gazelles as the cart continues its motion as it is drifting on this muddy road. As it pulls the gazelles off the road. The cart goes flying. As everybody else who lands, you suffer 11 points of bludgeoning damage. You all like begin to push yourself out of the mud and thickness of this grass. You push yourselves up and you look. Only one who can't see this is Gesh because you're 3 feet tall and the grass is taller than you. The other two, as you push yourself up out of the grass, you watch as the cart yanks the antelopes into the grass, and you just hear as the cart is just jostled into the grass and starts to roll over itself. Ruby, I now need you to make me a dexterity saving throw. And the archaeologist is going to make one with disadvantage.
One quick second.
Man, goblin, why?
Oh,
You guys open this scroll.
Yeah, we just opened the scroll and we thought it'd be slightly bright.
I didn't open
But
shit.
everything.
Yeah, how should I have known that this thing already has the fucking sun in
19.
it?
What'd you roll?
19.
19. Alright, you manage to jump off the cart and land in the mud. Your clothes getting a bit dirty, and you watch as the cart lands. And I'm gonna see how badly. Oh, that's not good. You watch as the cart starts to just roll, and you can see splinters of wood coming off of it. The barrels breaking, parts of what you guys need just going flying everywhere. And you see the cart lands on the archaeologist. You see him
God.
fall off, and you could just see him Oh no! As he gets hit by the reins, gets flung forward in front of the cart just lands on him. You're not sure if he's alive or dead.
Goblin, why are you doing this? Why are you fucking us over?
Ruby, you take 3 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, going to rush over to the cart and
Okay.
hold on. I am not that strong,
Let me
so
roll a luck chance to see if he survives or not. Okay. Good to know.
I would actually first call for them to come and help me
They are like
lift the cart.
80, 90 feet away from you at the moment.
I could
I
we
can
try
get-
coming over.
Sure,
Yeah,
yeah.
I could get there in like 12 seconds.
Alright. Well,
Close.
Gesh, you don't know what's happening. All you hear is, "Help me!" And you hear it from a certain direction, but you're not sure exactly where, because you're in like 5 to 6 foot tall grass.
I immediately run towards where I hear the voice.
Yeah, you hear the voice. It's just, you hear it from a certain direction, but for you, you are in grass that is, it's like wading through fucking thick grass, man. You are an ant, basically.
I'm just running towards the voice.
Alright, you're pushing through, you're moving at half speed, so you have to dash to get to your normal speed, specifically. So you're, like, pushing past a bunch of grass, and you're gonna see your brother just jogging past you.
I still have a 40 feet movement speed, so
So 40 reduced to 20.
back to 40.
Yes, back to 40. So who is rushing over to the carriage?
I will be. Also, just to
I am
just to ask,
after
what
the
was the
shout.
damage we took from falling out of the cart initially?
11.
All right. There we go.
As you all manage to get over to the area of the carriage, you see, what's his name? Brian is starting to, like, rip off one of the doors of the carriage as he starts to go inside of it. What are the rest of you doing?
Seeing that Brian is going into one of the doors of this flipped over carriage to presumably find Jiraiya, I'm going to.
lift it.
You guys don't know that he's looking for Jiraiya.
I
have
am
to
asking,
lift
hey,
around here.
what's wrong, Brian?
The carriage landed on Jiraiya.
Oh, okay. I'm going
that
up
case-
to it, and I'm gonna cast Levitate on the cart.
How much can levitate support, Gesh? Jesus fucking
500
Christ.
pounds.
500 pounds? Let me see.
A cart is 200.
5e. It has a bunch of shit on it, Gesh, and it's not a cart, it is a carriage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry.
A cart is something like you pull with a horse.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
Let me look at rule 20.
This is
Levitate.
Yeah.
Let's see. Or loose object. Okay. Let's see here. Carriage. Yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
a
I'm
carriage.
sorry,
It's
yeah,
a carriage.
sorry. I didn't know.
So, as you cast the spell, you see the carriage lifts up a bit and then falls back down. The spell having no effect.
Okay.
So mark off your spell.
I get.
So, as Brian says this, do you all begin to scour looking for Jiraiya?
Yes.
I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna ask Varakas to help me. I just try to lift the carriage. Well, the carriage seems a bit heavy, but we're gonna help me look for him. So with that, I'm gonna give him a bardic inspiration to help me look for him.
All right, roll me investigation checks.
Am I the only one who's actually trying to lift the cart?
Wait, Brian, you're trying to lift the cart?
Yeah,
The
like
sorry, the
roll
carriage.
it over the carriage. Yeah,
It is
like
stuck
roll
in
it
the
over.
mud,
onto-
and well, technically it would have been out stuck in the mud because of the levitate spell, but
It's 600
it's
pounds.
more than 600 because some of the stuff is still attached to it.
We're gonna probably try finding Brian
And
first,
the-
and then
Yeah, and the
let's try
antelopes
getting
are
it out.
freaking the fuck out.
Okay.
I got 60 for the investigation.
And Ruby, you can roll me an athletics check if you want to try to push the carriage over.
I got 21 for investigation.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
I
remember,
was.
Varakas, you still have that bardic inspiration.
Alright, so athletics, I do have proficiency in that. Oh. That is a total of 17.
17. It is a 600-pound cart. You're not pushing this thing. with a
Okay, fair
17.
enough.
So as you begin to try
I mean,
and push
I
it,
did come to help.
the rest of the group, you eventually do enter into the carriage and see that Jiraiya managed to push through the window of the carriage before it hit, well, through the other door of the carriage because it was broken off, and he is inside the cart, but he seems to have been knocked out by one of the crates or pieces of luggage inside the carriage hitting him. He has this cantaloupe-sized well on it. Well on his head. You can see like physical
Dang.
birds just tweeting around his head.
That's a big welt.
Yeah.
Like the size of the things carrying the carriage, yeah.
No, I did this.
Right, I think it's time for
It's
Magnus
strange. You
to
guys
heal.
suddenly hear a roar as you see a no. It's all good.
Yeah, so I'm gonna help.
You only hit us
try
with
to
so
help
many-
get him out.
All right, you guys eventually do pull him out. The carriage is not destroyed, but it looks like it's gonna need some fixing and repairing, and it's gonna need to be pulled out of the mud, as well as the antelopes are fucking fighting on the ground, and they manage to break the reins and begin to run away.
Shit.
Could I? How close am I to those antelopes?
Actually, no, that was a 69. Did they start fucking? Nah.
Oh, come on, it's a 69.
No.
Come on.
But they start to rush away. Well, one of them does, specifically. The buffer-looking one begins to gallop away.
Ah, fuck.
It gets about, 600 feet away if you guys want to chase it. It's still moving, but it's about 600 feet away. It has a good 200 movement speed. And then it doubled it to 400. So it's about 400 feet away.
Yeah.
Do you guys chase after it?
I would have
Oh,
to
probably-
fuck it up.
Yeah. So as you guys watch it start to gallop away, it gets a good 600, 800 feet away from it before you just see a part of the field, this grassy maw closes on it and then just sinks back into the field.
Yeah.
we
It
probably
almost
got
looks
fucked
like
out
this.
here.
It almost looks like this Muppet mouth made of grass.
I'm gonna look back just the party. I don't think we're safe.
Yeah, we
Neither
should
do I.
Fuck out of here.
Yep.
Is everyone okay? If we can move now, let's.
I will remind you,
Move
it is
now.
raining. It is starting to pour. It's muddy on the ground, and you could hear lightning. And a lot of you are carrying metal items.
I'm grounded.
Jiraiya.
And mind you,
and-
there are no trees around you. This is an open field.
Alright.
Hmm.
Time of
The
day.
carriage-
Night.
Got it. That's bad. That makes the situation much worse.
Not to mention, you've just made a lot of noise, and the lanterns are still lit on your vehicle.
Alright. Okay. Let's. I'm gonna go over to the cart and put out the lanterns that are currently lit.
Yeah, I do that as well with
With what tools?
prestidigitation.
With what tool? Oh, prestidigitation. There you go. Your brother sees
Yeah.
what you're doing and comes over and he just takes a little bit of the strong wind that's blowing and puts it out.
I'm
Perfect.
going to go to the tiefling and ask, what the heck was that?
Well, it seems that the scrolls were a bit brighter. They seem to affect everything around them with their light.
What do you mean? What light?
Well, it seems that the light if the light's affecting you and it isn't affecting us, I'm not sure why it's affecting you, but not us.
You guys hear.
Or it's-
Okay, let's get away as fast as
Who
possible,
here has a
please.
passive perception of 15 or higher?
I have a
Not
passive
me.
perception.
Does 10 work?
No.
Does 11 work?
No. So, Shadowy, as you're starting to say, maybe we should. You look over to your right, and you just make out what seems to be these. A few sets of eyes from the high grass. You see green, red, blue, and you just see them hunched over, staring from the grass. You get the feeling you are starting to be surrounded, and you see the road is a good 100 feet away from you at the moment.
Alright. We need to... They've already found us. We need to get away
Yeah.
from here.
So at this point, you
we're-
notice 2 more, and then 2 more.
We're-
There are now 8 in total.
Where are
to
they?
Get closer. They're in the grass around you. But
Guess
you
I'm
don't
taking
see
Jura-
them, and Ragnos hasn't mentioned them.
Well, I've said we're
Yeah,
being
but you haven't
surrounded.
pointed
Yeah.
them out yet. You haven't pointed them out.
Yeah, where are they exactly?
Well, they're surrounding us. And-
Where are the most?
I'm gonna crawl back into the cart.
None of them are bunched up, by the way.
Yeah, I'm
Here,
just pointing out that they're all around us.
How many of them could I get in a 30-feet cone?
You don't
that
know.
would.
How many
Not
stones are on the ground?
None.
None.
You'd have to make a
Alright.
perception
Well-
check, and you are being surrounded at the moment.
In that case, I am going to cast Armor of Agathis.
Alright, you cast a spell, and what does your spell look like as it takes effect?
As I draw my sword, crystalline ice forms into a sort of nightly plate mail around me.
Can I add on to that? So as you begin to form this ice around you, everyone feels like a cold energy. As the rain that hits onto Brian, you see it starts to form into this armor as it starts to freeze immediately as he pulls out his sword. Anybody else doing any preparation?
Yeah, Ragnos is probably going to get Jiraiya into his arms and fly into the air.
Alright, you begin to fly up into the air. Lightning strikes right next to you, and you get the feeling flying too high while wielding metal is not a good idea.
Alright.
It's
Yeah,
fine. I'm a lightning rod.
Remember,
I'm a
you-
piece of earth.
Remember, you are in an open field.
I am setting up Mel's minute meters and mage armor.
Alright. So,
Alright.
well, you can only do one, so which one are you doing?
The meteors.
Alright, so as you begin to flip through your books, you guys all watch as like bits of earth and stone begin to rise from the ground and start to almost circle like a bit of gravity around this individual as he begins to finish up his spell. It's at this point you guys hear as you see 8 wolves suddenly jump out of the area. And who was bringing Jiraiya into the cart? Or who was jumping into the cart?
Me. I'll drag Jiraiya in too.
Well, technically
Well,
Jiraiya's in the
Jiraiya-
air. Jiraiya's in the air.
Oh yeah, never mind. I'm just gonna hop in the cart.
How far up
Uh,
did you fly, Ragnos?
I'll probably fly about 30 feet up, and
Okay.
I'm planning on using... I'm probably going to use Healing Word on Jiraiya.
Alright. Well, as you're starting to cast that and flying up, the wolves are going to attack. Everyone roll me initiative. This is a horde mob.
Alright.
As you guys can
A
see,
what?
you guys can see more are starting to come from the field.
Alright.
22.
That is a 11.
Okay. 22 and... Okay, so I will ask you this afterwards, so let's see what the horde gets. I will put it
Lord gets your mama.
Okay. So. Okay, so, sorry, my fucking shit's taking a long time to fucking load here. So, Gesh, what'd you get?
22.
What the fuck, bro?
I am a chronology wizard. I can add my intelligence to my initiative.
Looks like I need to ban
Because he can minorly see the future.
Nah, I'm just
You
fucking
Exactly.
motherfucker.
Alright,
He's
Ruby?
got temporal awareness.
Ruby, what'd you get?
11.
Okay. Mr. Shadowy?
I got a 9.
Okay, and, Mr. Zeus?
15.
Ah, okay, good job, guys. Only one person goes before the horde.
Ah, yeah. Here we go again.
Anything
That
that
might be a
hits me
party
is
wipe.
going to take 10 cold damage.
Until you take 10 damage, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's see. What is his name again? Jiraiya?
Well, you could increase it if you go Abjuration Wizard, because your ward goes before that.
So,
Should I roll the HP I restored to Jiraiya?
no, because you haven't cast the spell yet. it was like very quick. You guys had maybe like 3 to 6 seconds to do anything, and you took Jiraiya and flew up. Is the problem? That was what you were doing. So, you are getting ready to cast the spell, Gesh. As the wolves begin to pounce upon you, and you can see more of them are pushing through the grass. You can see parts of the grass and a bit away are starting to like push down. So you get the feeling there's going to be more of them coming than these 8. What are you doing?
Okay, how many of those can I put into a 30? How many of them can fit in a 30 feet cone?
So in this small clearing, the only ones that you can really see are about 3 of them that could fit into a cone, probably. Mind you, these are a horde mob, so they only work on 1 HP pool, just so you're aware.
So, so one question: if I would use a spell that would target all 3 creatures, would it make hard for all 3 of them?
What would it? What?
Okay, you said that they have 1 HP pool, and if I attack
Yes.
3 of them, would I do that damage 3 times?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's good. I will use the pulse wave
They may
spell.
be considered a horde creature. They are not a swarm creature. Swarm creatures only take. Some people play horde creatures wrong, in my opinion. Swarm creatures take damage once. Horde creatures have multiple creatures, and it increases their HP, which means they can have multiple sets of damage done to them multiple times.
Okay, yeah, I will do a lot of
But
damage
if you
with
only
them.
do like one attack with a sword against 1 creature, it's not going to deal
Nah.
damage to 3 creatures.
Nah, you see like my character's hand, there is like a little ball of pressure, and he just pushes it forwards towards the wolves. All 3 of them need to make con saves.
What are you casting?
Pulse wave.
Pulse wave. Okay. Give me 1 second here.
It's a chronology spell.
Okay.
That is pretty fucking good.
What kind of spell? What kind of save?
Con.
Alright. That is going to be 17.
All of them.
Yeah, I know. They all roll once.
Okay, shit. They succeed.
Okay.
But
So
it's
as you
good.
cast this pulse wave forward, what's it do?
Well, in this instance, 66 half.
Okay, go ahead. And what kind of damage?
11. It's awesome.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use 2 of my meteors to
So as
just.
you cast this pulse wave forward, 2 of them dodge out of the way, but one of them gets struck heavily. Well, one of them gets struck heavily and just you just see his entire body just disintegrate immediately in this thunderstorm. As you see, one of them gets hit on the side. As I'm saying, they all 3 technically got hit, but it's affecting their HP pool, so it dealt enough damage to kill one of them and injure one of them.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna use my bonus action to use 2 of my meteors to fling against one of them, because I don't think they're close enough for me to hit more of them.
Can you swing 1 meteor as a bonus action, or more than 1?
1 or 2.
Okay, so you send 2 at the injured one then, or 1 at each?
1 at each, I would. Yeah, I will. Yeah, 1 at each.
Okay, so this is Dex save.
Yes.
Nat 20.
Shit.
Nat 20.
Oh, come. Okay, they take half damage from this.
Go ahead and roll. And by the way, it's gonna be half
Oh.
again because it's fire damage, right?
Oh, they have resistance to it? Good
No,
to know.
it is raining heavily.
Oh, let me actually see if it's fire. But yes, it is fire.
Okay.
So
as it
2
explodes
damage.
right next to him, it hits the mud and explodes. And it doesn't seem to do as much damage because it is raining. So 2 damage to each of them, which is 4. So that is 37 in total. Okay, it seems to damage them pretty heavily as they both seem to growl heavily at you. Does that end your turn?
I'm just gonna go back at them.
What? You're gonna growl back at them?
Just- yeah.
Fucking furry.
No to assert dominance.
Roll me an intimidation check.
It is a flat roll, but if I roll a nat 20, I would laugh.
You're gonna have disadvantage on this because there's a
Aw.
horde of wolves.
Yeah, okay, shit. 9. Oh, it was advantage. Sorry. It's an
Disadvantage.
11. Yeah, I know.
11? Alright.
Yeah.
They don't seem intimidated by you. you guys watch as a few more of these creatures start to fill in. You watch as the one that had been killed is filled in the space, as more seem to be just watching from behind, waiting to pounce whenever they can. As there's going to be always 8. As the 2 that you've injured are going to rush up to the short midget. 2 of them are going to rush up towards Ruby's character. And the individual that went into the carts. Yeah,
Oh god, I
2
missed.
more are going to jump up into the cart and surround you, Zeus. And the other 2,
Wasn't it a carriage?
carriage, yes. I keep saying cart, but it's a carriage. And then the other 2 are going to... One of them is going to go to each of the others on the other side. So, 3 against you, Ruby, 3 against Gesh, and 2 against you, Zeus. So...
Wait, you said 2 approached me.
Yeah, and I said there was 2 extra, and one of them is
Gesh.
going to go to each of you.
No,
Oh,
fuck.
okay.
So, that's going to be 8 attacks at advantage and +4 each. So, Gesh,
Oh man, I'm dead.
for you, that is going to be 3 attacks. 3, 1d20, +4, 8, ADV. Gesh, as the 3 wolves come and start to attack at you, let's see.
Oh no, 2 of them hit.
2 of them hit? Okay.
Yeah.
2 of the wolves come and start to bite into your arms and try to throw you to the ground. I need you to make a 2 strength saves for me then.
Oh, I'm not good at strength saves. Shit.
And is Mel's Meteor's a concentration check?
Yes, fuck.
Okay, make me 2 concentration checks and we'll see if that's enough.
I really should have used my temporal awareness on the save. I could have dealt 66 damage to that.
Mm-hmm.
2 strength save first.
So they get their
Oh,
own. They each get attack rolls, but I'm not gonna roll 8 fucking saves if you cast a fireball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, wait. Why do you roll 1d20 minus 1?
That's the strength saves.
Okay, so yeah, you are knocked prone on the ground, and these 2 start to tear at you as you start to take heavy damage. The third one can't really get in at you and just misses its bite entirely.
Now the
Roll 2 Constitution saving throws.
yeah. I'm pretty good at those.
Mhm.
10 and 14.
Okay, 10 and 14. We're gonna roll the damage now to see if you succeed.
Damn, man.
And because
That's
they are
bad.
technically in a frenzied state, they're going to do this much damage.
Oh, man.
So 10, you succeed. You succeed both. You are still concentrating on the meteors, but you were prone on the ground, so they're just ripping you to shreds. You take 21 points of piercing damage. As the third one
Ouch.
can't get you. It is now your turn, Ruby. Are you ready?
Yep.
Ruby, what is your AC?
14.
Okay, none of them crit you. They got close, but you do get hit 3 times.
Okay.
I need you to
I
make
assume.
3 strength saves, please.
Alright. 3
And-
strength
and
saves.
We'll deal the damage just because we're seeing if you're knocked prone first.
Alright, so.
That fucking hurts.
Okay,
Mhm.
that is a +2 for a 16.
Okay. You succeed the first one. What about the second one? I'm sorry, you need to roll 3 technically.
That's a 15,
Yes.
and that is a 13.
13? Let me check. 13 makes it. Alright, so these creatures all pounce on you and they're ripping you and trying to push you down, but you manage to succeed in staying up. The first bit of damage to you from the first wolf's bite
Mhm.
is 15, so your armor's gone after the first bite. It takes 10.
Yeah, that takes 10 cold damage.
Alright. You watch as this, actually, technically, though, this one isn't. I'll say one of the injured ones came to you specifically. So, as this injured one bites into you, you just see its body gets thrown back. It just freezes in the middle of the air, just caught in ice as a bit of, as it seems to be flung. It hits the ground and just shatters, completely breaking apart the wolf. But you still take the damage. So your armor's now gone.
Yeah, the armor surged forward and cased in ice before shattering.
Second bit of damage, you take another 15 damage as you're bitten into again. Do you get temporary HP? So you get 10
Yes,
temporary
I
HP,
did.
right? Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so you have 5 damage from the first one, technically, in full damage
Yep.
here. 15 on the second damage. And then...
15.
Oh, I'm sorry. It should be 13 on the second damage. I rolled +4, not +2. So, it's 13, 5, so that's 18 damage so far in your actual health. And the third hit deals 9.
Third hit deals 9,
So you should have taken 27. As they just start to rip and tear into you.
And I'm gonna use my reaction to cast Hellish Rebuke.
Okay. So, as you're getting ripped and torn through, let me check to see if there's any other things here. Yeah, no, so you may do so. Dexterity save?
Hold on. I'm trying to find it. There it is. Yes, Dex save.
Okay, give me 1 second. Okay. Dex save of... I believe...
14.
Okay, I'm just... Give me a second here. That is 11, so yeah, that fails.
Yep. Alright, so...
Is this fire
That
damage?
is 2D... Yep, 2d10. First one's a 4.
Okay, so that's 2.
Second one's 8, so 12.
12
Is
reduced to
divided
6.
by 2 for
Yep.
just 6. Yep.
Alright.
And that is...
Alright, as you
Okay.
cast this spell, you watch as another individual, wolf, just... Actually, hold up, no, because I need to count this really quickly here. No, actually, that second wolf would have technically not... I'm trying to count really quickly here. Nope, the second wolf dies. That's right. So, one of the wolves on you just gets expunged in ice, and the flame seems to damage a third one. Good job. You are now only surrounded by 2 wolves. Gesh is surrounded by 3. And then 2 have jumped in on Zeus. Zeus, as you are jumping in and like getting ready, pulling out your sword, 2 wolves fall down on top of you.
Oh.
Zeus,
Oh, yeah.
what's
What?
your
What?
AC? What's your AC?
My current AC is 19.
All right. 2 of the wolves fall on top of you. One of them manages to bite into you. I need a strength save.
Youch!
Ouch! She did my beepness.
I just imagine Tom from Tom and Jerry going,
Yeah.
yeah!
Yeah.
Can I fix that?
Makes
You
sense
should
because they're
probably make
falling on
that
top
the
of you.
soundboard.
They're falling on top
You
of
should
you.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't fix it.
So one of them falls
You
on
should
top of you and pins you to the ground as the other one tries to bite into you and fails as you're just too far out of its range when it falls down on top of you. You do suffer. 16 points of piercing damage as it bites into you.
Owie.
When the cart went off the road and started to flip. Just so you
When
know,
Gob-
I only made this a horde because
That
you guys
one with
kept
my-
making bad jokes, just so you're aware.
No. When Goblin teased us with a party rap again.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Again.
This can't be.
so, as the wolves end their turn, I will say, Ragnos, as you're up in the air, you do see one big wolf that's just staring up at you from beneath the grass. Anyways, Zeus, it's now your turn. As you're prone on the ground, these guys are eating your ass.
Not my ass.
Wait, literally or figuratively?
Figuratively.
Literally.
I mean, if you want to make a persuasion check. If you're really
You're
into
gonna
Zoophiles.
die? Wait. Huh?
Well, it depends on what way. If they eat his ass in that way, or if they literally take a bite out of it.
Okay.
I will mention no rain is getting, well, not enough rain is getting in here to have fire damage, just so you're aware, Zeus. And since it is
Oh.
still
Oh no,
this-
you're
it
gonna
is-
burn the cart up.
It is still the same day, by the way, Zeus. So any charges you've spent on your sword are not back yet. Same with you, Ruby.
Right.
Oh, I
Right,
haven't
right.
spent my sword's charge
I'm
yet.
just letting you know.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Is anyone else near me besides these wolves?
You're the only one in here.
Fuck yeah!
Except for
Do
the
it!
unconscious bitch.
Aside from like the mouse that was in its hamster ball that the archaeologist had for some reason, and now it's just like
No.
crushed underneath you. All you heard was like as it got crushed.
Oh,
Jerry,
why?
no!
All right. Fuck these wolves.
You are prone
Uh,
on the ground, and they are tearing through your ass cheeks.
I cast at 3rd level, Cloud of Daggers.
They are in your space. Are you sure?
I would have to get them off of me. No, hold on.
One of them is not in your space, but two like they are on top of you, so they're technically in your space.
He can survive that.
I cannot. I'm at like
there
how
is
much?
not enough room in this tipped over cart for them not to be in your space. Really, they are large. They are like 8 foot large, 8 foot tall wolves.
So are you suggesting that I do like a lot of damage?
Like it's gonna be hard for them to dodge the daggers, but you're hitting yourself.
Right.
Because like you have no like they are blocking your visual of above them.
Alright, so you can't just cast right above
All
them
you
and
see
get
is
them.
furry ass in front of you.
Yeah, you fill the air. Yeah, no, there's. I fill the
die
air with
there.
it. So. Okay, the moment I die from, like, the moment I go unconscious from it, the spell would stop. So the wolves and me would just take a shit ton of damage, and hopefully, hopefully we both just die,
True.
or at least I try to survive.
So what do you want to do?
Okay. I cannot kill. How many? There's like 3 wolves in here, right?
2 wolves on top of you.
2. Okay. I don't think I at 5 HP, I cannot 1v1 2 wolves.
How are you
Or
at
one.
5 HP?
I took damage during the prison fight or
You
whatever.
had a long rest.
We had a long. Oh,
A
holy
technical
shit!
long rest. Yeah.
Oh god,
Um,
that makes my life so much easier.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm over here like
I was
I'll
like,
sacrifice my.
I was like, you guys can take a short rest, and then after the game, I was like, actually, no, I'm gonna throw like maybe a wolf or 2 at them, so I'm gonna give them a long rest here.
Okay, that makes life
Yeah.
so much easier.
I might not have said it. I might be stupid.
Oh.
So, but you guys did have a long rest. You've taken the damage you've taken though. You took
2,
11, you
3,
took 11
8
from
wolves.
falling, and you've taken the damage from the wolf.
2, 3, 8 wolves. Where's the
You
difference?
also took 1 point of damage from being slapped by your brother last session.
Or
Yep.
-1.
It
Okay.
would have done no damage because I have a -1 to strength.
I count it as
Okay.
a minimum of 1.
So 38 health. I would survive then. At least I just would have to hope that the wolves would die. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I cast Cloud of Daggers.
Okay. And then you can dex save.
No
third level.
ways
Then
to
you can dex
die.
Wait,
Is there a
Varian
dex save?
I think so.
Center of point
is a
within
save
range.
of some sort.
A creature takes X amount of damage when it enters the spell area for the first time or starts its turn in there.
Oh, okay.
There is no save, they just take damage.
So you don't take damage this turn either.
Right. So I'm gonna summon these daggers and we're gonna do a showdown. Who can survive longer? The rock or the wolves?
Yep.
The wolves.
Oh, well, shut up.
Does that end your turn?
That is.
If you'd like to try to push up, you can, but it's going to be at a heavy disadvantage here, man.
Oh, big brain, big brain. As a bonus action,
You are underneath the you are like being pushed into the doorway that you kind of like got thrown out because it's like dug in the mud and there is mud under you if you want to like try and throw mud in their face.
as a bonus action, I cast Blade Ward on myself.
Is Blade Ward concentration?
It is,
Is
but
Cloud of Daggers concentration?
wait, hold on. Is Cloud of Dagger? Oh wait, hold on. Oh, can I not do that? No.
Can't do 2 concentrations.
Is Blade Ward
Can't
concentration?
dual concentrate unless.
Unless I give you an item or an ability to.
Okay,
I think
Blade
the only
Ward.
one who can was Gesh's older character.
Blade Ward
Yeah.
is not
He's still in
concentration.
recovery.
Which
It lasts-
nope, play yep.
Maybe doesn't.
And I might get them back in.
Nice.
Anyways,
Okay.
Zeus, what are you
So
doing?
Blade Word is not concentration, so I will cast it.
All right. So as you cast this spell, you suddenly touch yourself in. You watch as like this this shimmering green energy casts over your body. It creates like this extra like set of daggers on your body that's meant to protect you.
Yeah! And then I cast Cloud of Daggers, and I fuck them.
Make me a persuasion check. make me an animal handling check.
Oh, God!
Anyways, no.
Actually do it though.
No. Anyways, that end your turn?
Yeah, nah.
Yes, that is everything I could possibly do, and that's a good turn.
Ruby, it's now your turn. As these two wolves that now still surround you, one injured, seem to be harrying you, you are still standing as they're like biting onto your arms as the third one got knocked into oblivion.
I am going to
The
Hexblade's
third
Curse.
wolf when it gets hit by your armor of Agathis.
Exactly what we're early.
Okay,
I am going to Hexblade's Curse,
Mhm.
the injured one,
Okay.
and then
Mind you, they all have 1 HP pool. I'm just giving you some flavor here.
Does Zeus
Yeah,
not roll
hold
for
on.
Cloud of Daggers?
No, because it only happens at the start of a creature's turn or when they enter it.
Alright.
yes, hold on. Going to Where is Jordan?
Goblin, you sent
No,
that picture
that's strange.
perfectly.
So, never mind. I am going to swing with my greatsword then.
Okay, go ahead and make me an attack roll.
All
I
right.
think, does pack tactics, because you're technically flanked, does that give you disadvantage?
It gives them advantage. I'm
Okay,
kidding.
it just gives them advantage, okay.
All right. That is a dirty 20,
Okay, that hits.
and now 2d6 plus 5 plus my proficiency bonus again.
You don't add your proficiency bonus to damage.
Hexblade's Curse.
That
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
do that. It deals...
Hex Warrior. First level ability.
Gain
Hexblade's Curse
damage.
does
You get a
add
bonus to damage
damage.
rolls equal to proficiency bonus if they're cursed by you.
I knew I hated Hexblade for a reason.
And we have 3 Hexblades in the party.
It's only a flat +3. At our current
It's
level.
a +2 from me.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
because they
My
die.
charisma is
Yeah,
+4.
Goblin, we have 3 fucking Hexblades. See?
What levels are you guys right now?
4.
5.
Oh,
5.
next session I need to do a level 5, like, Battle Royale.
No, no.
I'm level
no,
4.
No, exactly.
Anyways,
14 damage.
14? Alright.
Not bad. That was a good hit.
And if he dies,
You slash through the wolf and it dies. Technically, it's not technically its own creature, so you haven't killed the horde, so you do not regain HP.
oh.
So as you slash through it and you see it get killed, you're like, you look down to your sword and you're like, why do I not feel better?
Wait, that's gonna be terrifying. After this fight, he's gonna heal just this like, and just suck in the souls of like 1,000 wolves.
Yeah.
That would happen
Hold
to
on.
3 of us. That would happen to you, Sherry, and Ruby.
Hold on.
It's like in
Where did
Minecraft
I-
when like you kill when you kill another individual and they have like 10,000 XP on them and you just like kill them and it's just like
You
Yeah,
become
man. How
God.
am I the only one who isn't a Hexblade?
because you're bad,
Because I didn't realize there were Hexblades.
Explain these nuts.
bro. We really have the 3 musketeers in the group.
Yes.
Wait, who's the third Hexblade? Shadowy?
Hello.
Yes.
Wait, you're a
Shadow's
Hexblade
the
warlock?
Hexblade.
I
Yeah.
thought-
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm a bard,
me first.
Hexblade multiclass.
Fuck you.
Did you really not know that,
I
Goblin?
thought he was just a bard. I was like, why isn't he using a lot of spells?
Because
Anyways,
in his character
that
profile.
is my turn.
You're
Bonus
born?
action and action. That is my turn. I do not have 2 attacks.
Alright. Ragnos, as you are stuck in the sky at the beginning of your turn, I need you to make a dex save.
That fucking course. Alright. Alright, so that's a +2. That's a 19.
19. Lightning strikes directly by you, but misses. It seems to strike at a piece of jewelry that's in your hair or on your body somewhere, but you manage to pull your hand out just in time, or just even throw the piece of jewelry off as it just lands and follows it.
I guess it might be one of the my magic items. I had to move out of the way or something.
Yeah, well, I assume that your character just has, like, pieces of jewelry on their body. I assume everyone does, do they not?
Not my character.
No.
Damn, you guys are plain pieces of shit. No
I'm
wonder...
covered.
You
I'm
guys...
covered in jewelry.
Yeah,
My dude is in rags I got from a grandma.
Yeah, the rest of your party, Vrock, is just, like, poor.
He literally only
I'm
has.
Rock's brother. I
This is
Wait,
why
no,
I
he
don't
does
like
have
people.
his crystal earring.
copy. My character is a wizard. Wizard have a high gold cost maintain.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you guys are poor.
Yeah, bro. I
Yeah,
needed to
only-
copy my whole spell book
Only
once
jewelry
before.
is a dang arcane focus side flavored as an earring.
Hold up.
Okay, to be fair, my character before needed to copy his whole spell book. His whole motherfucking spell book.
Alright.
Look at So, and anybody watching, you guys know that meme of Willem Dafoe showing his drip? Yeah, that's what Vrock is like to the rest of the party right now.
I can't imagine being poor. The Tao in me would kill me.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That was from yesterday. I'm not sure why it didn't load.
What the hell is
Eradicated
Muriel?
Sin. Mother's name from Pathfinder.
Well, was it that or was it Maroon?
Maroon was the dad's name.
Okay, because I put that in the notes for contradiction, so I need to change that really quickly.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. First, I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Healing Word on this boy right here.
Alright, so what do you
Jiraiya.
say to him?
Jiraiya, you better get your ass up.
Get
Jiraiya,
your ass up,
or
boy.
else you're gonna
We said
Jiraiya,
that at the
get
same
your ass
time.
up, or these dogs are gonna get your ass.
Zeus is like, I got that covered.
Alright. So in that case, I'm gonna just roll this.
Go ahead and roll.
He restores 7 HP.
Okay. Yeah, he's back at full.
Oh.
No, he.
Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
sorry,
whatever.
man. It seems that the sky's a bit dangerous for now. I keep you up here, but I need to fly back
Let's
down.
go. What the fuck?
Let's
He starts
fly
to shake.
back down.
He almost falls out of your hand, but grabs onto like your legs. Your pants come down a bit because you're not wearing a belt.
Alright, I'm just gonna bring
Pants
it down
the
so we can
boy!
go for the rest of this. You better start running.
Are you flying down with him?
I'm flying down to the ground so I don't get hit by this fucking lightning.
You drop him.
He hits the ground first, and he just starts to book it towards the road.
Okay, and with that, since I'm down on the ground, what's with close to me? I know that big wolf.
That big wolf is not in the clearing yet. There are like, I will say, looking in the clearing, there's about 20 plus wolves that's ready to attack. In total,
Okay,
like
so
with
I'm
the wolves that
actually
are
gonna
in here.
So who's the closest to me I could help?
Probably. Honestly, I would assume you like got close to the cart and then flew up. So I would assume Zeus in the cart, like you landed on top of the cart and you look down, and you just see like a pile of wolves trying to break down. You just see blood spurting everywhere, and you just hear, "Fucking die!" And you just see this cloud of daggers appear below. You're like, "No." And you just look off.
So I'm gonna avoid that for
You
now.
look
but
off and you
who's
see
the
the
next
midget
person?
is being accosted by wolves.
I'm actually gonna go help him. I'm making the attack action.
All right, you use
So
the
that's
rest of
gonna
your
give my
movement to
ground
get down there, and what?
Yeah, actually, it gives me another 10 feet of speed because of Blade Flourish. I'm gonna try hitting one of these wolves.
So as you jump off, you spin your blade and strike at him. What blade are you using? A rapier?
So I'm using a longsword.
All right, you spin your blade like one of those Crucible Knights from Elden Ring, and just strike down at him. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
All right. So if that, yep, okay. Depends on the. Okay. Just looking at that.
I will
Now
say you
with
do
that.
know fire damage is not really good to use here. You're
I'm gonna
like,
save
it's
it for now.
raining. You're like, it's raining. It's pouring.
That's a nat
The-
20.
Oh.
You know,
Yeah.
the old man is.
The old man.
Okay, so I'm expending one of my Bardic Inspiration die to use Defensive Flourish.
Okay.
With that in mind.
Ah, you took 3 but to Warlock.
Yes.
Okay. By the way, that is a critical hit, and technically, I think that'd be a double crit, right? Let me check. Yeah, that is a double crit, so you're gonna do quadruple damage with your sword.
Okay, so just want me to roll all the damage right now?
Well, actually, you rolled that. You rolled those in the wrong channel, so you got to re-roll that attack roll. That's how I work it. I say if you roll it in the wrong channel, you gotta re-roll. That's been my rule for every campaign I've played. That's been my rule for every campaign, Shadowy. You can roll with advantage because you got a natural 20. I'll say.
Okay.
He gets another one.
Okay, that is
almost
technically
there.
still a critical hit, because it is 10
So
above its
close.
AC. But it's only double damage
close.
instead of.
So
instead of
close. It would have
Alright.
done so much shit.
Yeah, it would have. So this is just a normal sword attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
So both that's still a lot of damage with the Defensive Flourish added. Also, the D6 means I also add 5 to my AC as that's a Defensive Flourish.
Okay, so that's 26 damage in total. Alright, so you get up to this wolf and you just vivisect the fucker. You like bring your sword down, you're like, okay, this is gonna hit him, it's gonna deal some damage, might ward him off. He just like falls into 2 pieces on the ground, you're like, I thought you were stronger.
Man, imagine if that thing would have had
Fine.
text-based curse on it. That would have been a quadruple one.
Unfortunately, I had to save our friend.
Friend is a strong word.
Our
Acquaintance.
employer.
Employer is a strong word.
Yeah, acquaintance.
Anyway, so as you slash this one in half,
strange.
is there anything else?
That would basically just be it. I move up to it, and I'm using my attack action. I've used my bonus action. I think I'm good for now.
Yeah, sorry about that crit shit, but you know my rules. If you roll in the wrong channel, you gotta re-roll.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's why I allow you to roll outside of the game too. But if you get really unlucky or really lucky, or unlucky outside of the game, I let you roll in. Anyways, so as you slash, you see Jiraiya gets to the road. Well, he's going to. He only has about 35 movement, so he gets about halfway to the road, turns around. Like you see him reaching for a weapon under his duster, and he goes, "Nah," and he continues to run towards the road. He's gonna then use his bonus action to dash towards the road.
Yeah, I don't blame him. That's the whole reason I'm healing him, so he can just get out of here.
So he gets
while we
onto
deal
the
with this.
road, and you see him turn around. He's like, "You've got this," and he just
Mhm.
continues.
I give him a thumbs up with my sword hand.
All right, and the antelope breaks off its rein, and you see this female antelope is going to look towards one of the closest wolves, and just. But the antelopes are the ones with the horns, right? Or are those gazelles?
Both of them have horns.
All right, you see it suddenly get ready, and it just charges one of these wolves. It's gonna have advantage because it charges the one that is next to Ruby.
Uh-huh.
And you see it just pierces through this wolf as it deals. Okay, yeah. You see it pierces and just guts this wolf as it throws it to the side. I don't know what noise they make, so that's the noise.
Or a yippering neigh.
As it just throws its hoof, and it goes make another horn attack and another one next to it because it gored the other one. You gotta be fucking me. It rolled
That's
natural
20.
20. That's a double crit from the gazelle, man.
That gazelle is gonna be the MVP.
As
man.
it goes for the other one that's holding on to you, Ruby, and it just is going to strike it with its horns. It basically headbutts it. 4, 8, 16. It seems to knock it to the point where it's like, huh? Like, it is very concussed at the moment. And it just stares at you, and in your face.
I just give it a nod as I say, thank you.
And now it begins to get frightened and run away, seeing all the wolves. The wolf is going to make an attack of opportunity at it. Oh, okay, I am rolling too many natural 20s.
Yeah, man, roll in chat.
I will now. I will now. The reason I don't roll in chat unless there's multiple attacks is because you guys can see and say, oh, I use shield here, or I don't use shield here, because it won't matter. So that's why I usually don't. Okay, the wolf bites a large chunk out of the antelope as, let me see, the antelopes. Yeah, the antelope falls onto the ground as it gets knocked prone by this wolf. Anyways, end of the antelope's turn. It is now the beginning of the turn. Gesh, you are prone on the ground as these two wolves are biting into you, and you see your friend vivisect one as the other one, actually 3 wolves. As one of them, 2 of them are still there. One of them turns around towards the devil and, oh god, I just almost puked. I don't know why. Jeez, why do I have hiccups now? To the devil in your group, and starts to growl at him, seemingly shifting its focus as the other one is still biting onto you on the ground. What are you doing?
What do I need to do? A save or check to stand up?
Usually not, but I'm going to say yes because this one is harrying you.
Okay, then I will not do that right now. I will do something smart. How many of the wolves can I get now in a 30-feet cone?
2. The 2 that are on top of you, but you would also get Ragnos.
Shit.
So you could only get the one on top of you, or you could angle it to get both wolves in the group that you're on, but you would hit Ragnos in doing so.
Did I perhaps make it that I don't hit Ragnos?
No, he's too close to the other wolf, and he's kind of in between the 2 wolves.
Yet. Then that isn't a good idea. Okay, then I'm not gonna do that.
If you wanted to, you could look over towards Ruby and try to get the wolf that is harrying Ruby, but you would also get the antelope and possibly Ruby. You're not sure how far away from Ruby you are.
That's also no. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm
You
gonna.
can attack the cart.
Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. First off, I'm gonna use Misty Step to get the fuck out from the
Okay.
wolf.
So, are you staying in the clearing, or are you trying to go into the grass? Or
I'm staying. I'm going in a position where next turn I can hit very many wolves without hitting any of my friends.
can't really do that. So if you wanted to, you could appear behind Ragnos is in a weird position to the point where it's going to be hard to hit him. Actually, no. Technically, if you get behind Ragnos, the reason why you would still hit Ragnos is because he's really close to another wolf. If you get by the side of Ragnos or behind him, you could hit the wolf that was on top of you and the other wolf.
I will.
Okay. Ragnos, you watch as your friend disappears, turns into mist. Oh my gosh, he's a vampire! And suddenly he just appears behind you and just casts a spell directly forward. What are you casting?
Rhymes Binding Ice.
Okay.
It's a con save again.
Okay. Natural 1. So they critically fail. And what is
Yeah.
your DC? What is your DC again?
16.
Technically they double fail, so you're gonna do quadruple damage.
Man, with Pulse Wave that would have been even better.
And technically they are wet, so I would say you're gonna do 8 times the damage technically.
Oh. And that times 2 because they are 2 wolves.
Yeah.
That would actually end the encounter.
Nope. Go ahead and roll damage. Mind you, you're only gonna be able to go until you kill these fuckers. So
10.
80. So technically, you can only do
160.
You can only do 56 damage to this creature. Because
Oh,
there's
come
2 of them.
on.
You can't fully kill the entire encounter with 2 wolves.
You said that they have 1 health pool, man.
Yes, but that doesn't mean that they are all one creature. Technically, they are.
The limit.
There is a limit to the amount of HP each one has, which is why I'm allowing you to kill off wolves. Otherwise, they would just keep taking damage, and I would have sent all of them at you at once.
So I cannot even. So how much is the damage that I actually deal?
56.
56.
Not even half.
You dealt 80! What are you fucking talking about?
50.
Technically,
I had a
80
max of
80 to each of them. Yeah, you're right. But yeah, 56.
56 to each.
No, 56 to both of them in total.
That's like a third of the damage that I could have gotten.
Yeah.
Less than that.
Yeah, no, It's
So,
a bit more than.
after a wolf
100
dies, which they each have about 26 HP, they can no longer be part of that pool. That is the thing that I'm going based off of. Otherwise, if that is the case, you could just keep like stabbing one of the dead wolf's bodies and kill all the wolves, which is stupid. So that's why I'm not throwing all of them at you.
Yeah, I know. When it's dead, you can't hit it, but at least
And-
let's sum
And
off
here's
the
the thing.
overdue.
Here's the thing. I'm not even counting each wolf's individual health. I'm like, okay, this one took a little bit of damage, so if they take about, I'd say, 20 more damage, they're dead. Or if they took 10 more damage, I'm giving rough estimates. So you're doing more damage than they should have, technically. So, like, one of these wolves already had, like, 10 damage on it or something. So technically, I'm giving you more HP for you to take off from the encounter. So
Yeah,
I am being
but
fairly nice here.
yeah, but I had an 8 times crit,
Mhm.
and even if they would have not have that crit. Okay.
So as you cast this spell forward, you watch as these two wolves suddenly get blown off the ground and then just encased in this large, just icicle-like cone that remains. They are now completely solid. And if you use another action, you may be able to make them... But anyways...
Yeah, I already used everything I've got.
Alright, and as you stand
Why
up...
didn't you kill them?
You look over towards Shadowy. You just watch these wolves get encased in ice.
Yeah, my character basically just exhaled ice. You have no idea what the fuck. Would you know that I'm a wizard? Cause if not, that would be very
Oh,
real.
that's pretty cool.
Only if you told them.
Anyways, I'ma end my turn.
Okay, you end your turn. Give me a second. I'm looking up a stat block here that I haven't made just yet, so I'm using someone else's. That's... Fuck. No, not that thing. Okay. I'll just assume this. Anyway, so, I'll just use my brain here to make a creature. So, it's at this point that you all hear a... You feel lightning strike in multiple places as the wind starts to spur and twist and turn very fast. Every one of you watches as each of these wolves holds its head up and begins to retreat. The ones in the cart suddenly jump out of the carts. They do take damage, so go ahead and roll your damage, Zeus, to each of them. So roll damage twice. Hello?
Deuce.
Yep. What's up?
Roll damage twice.
Oh, shit. Okay.
The wolves seem to be running from you, by the way, as they just got called by what seems to be their
Eh?
leader.
Damn, 84, that's... No, 64. That's a lot of damage.
There we go.
Why do I get the feeling this isn't inspired off of Monster Hunter Monster?
Monter?
I'll
No,
I'll
it's
roll
not.
the damage together.
Monster.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was thinking Zenogre.
Alright,
Zenogre,
so
whatever.
as the creatures begin to try and claw their way out of the cart, one of them is just continuously hounded, and just as it falls on top of you, you're now completely prone on the ground and unable to move this thing off you because it weighs like a good 200, 300 pounds.
Yeah.
In fact, Zeus, as it tries to climb out, you do suffer 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Youchers!
Like, you are starting to lose a bunch of air in your lungs, too. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for the concentration check of the Cloud of Daggers.
Got it. So for that first one... So
Well,
did I
it's
provide
only, yeah, you only make one check.
plus Constitution. 3.
How do you deal 12d4 with Cloud of Daggers? Oh, because it's
Yeah,
super.
Because you said
I
It's
also
64
rolled...
to bow.
So I will say
64
this.
to bow.
One of the wolves does leave the carriage, and your Cloud of Daggers is up. Do you want to keep it up or no?
Do I want to keep Cloud Daggers up?
Because you are
No.
the only one in the cart. Okay, so as you start to let go of it, you hear from your crystal, "Let's not be wasteful." You regain the spell slot you used to cast it.
Ah, why, thank you.
Just because you rolled a natural 20 and decided to drop it. This won't be a common thing, just for everybody watching. And
Whee!
Aw.
this is every so often I'll allow it, just because you guys are going to go fight a boss now. The other dogs or wolves are starting to rush away from you. Ruby, would you like to make an attack on this wolf or let it leave? It seems to be rushing back towards the grass. Ruby?
Bless your
I'm gonna make
fate.
an attack.
Okay, make your attack roll. You can't really cast here because it's a reaction. You don't have Warcaster.
Oh wait, reaction? I already used my reaction.
Oh yeah, then never mind. Wait, how did you use your reaction?
Hellish Rebuke?
Oh yeah. So as this creature runs away from you, just stare at it as it runs back into the grass itself. You watch as the other two that were hounding him are frozen, solid, and dead, and you watch one more jump out of the grass itself and back, or out of the carriage itself, and run back towards the grass too. As you see, lightning is striking and the wind is picking up. It starts to get a bit cold as everything starts to go dark around you a bit. The moonlight seems to shine through the cloud cover. And you see stepping out this wolf that was hunched down a bit watching, stands up about 15 to 17 feet tall, maybe even taller, you're not sure, as it seems to have this heavy blue fur on it. It has these heavy arcanic runes that, well, no, it wouldn't have arcanic runes. It has this almost static electricity that comes off of its fur, making it stand up, and there seems to be a heavy wind blowing through it. Its face has this almost beard-like appearance to it, and its body has these arcanic kind of patterns on its fur. It has a single diamond shape in the middle of its head, with these two lightning bolts on the edge of it. Its fur is dark blue, but it has these white edges to it. And as it stands there, you can see its tail is elongated, and it almost comes to the end where you can see where its tail moves. It almost creates a windstorm behind it. If anybody would like to, you can make me an Arcana check.
Alright.
Arcana, you say?
Only if you're trained in it. Only if you're trained in it.
Okay.
I am trained in
mind then.
Arcana.
So if you have your proficiency, you can use an Arcana check.
Does having Jack of all
I will-
trades count?
Jack of all trades does count, yes.
I want to ask something. Does it also have horns
Come
that
on.
point forward?
Let me check a picture of this creature.
I'm gonna use
As
my
if it
reaction
does,
to
then it's-
reroll my.
It's essentially a... I think it would
As an
essentially be as... Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
That's
gonna.
essentially what you just described.
But anyways, I'm gonna use a reaction to make me reroll the Arcana check.
Okay.
23.
Give me a second.
A
I
lot
need to
better
see
than
if I
my-
messed up the description here. Give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
I think...
I just finished a piece of corn on the cob, cob
Oh.
included.
Cool.
What?
Yeah, I ate the cob too.
Why?
I don't know.
Because he's weird.
Meh. More like I just.
So, did anybody
just
roll
chewing
above
this
it? Yeah, okay. Gesh. This creature is... I can't... What is the name of it? I just had it. I think it's called a Fenrir.
Oh.
Oh.
It is
So no horns.
It is a mythical beast. No, it has no horns. It is a mythical beast that is stated to be, within legend, a creature designed by the deities. In your world of Taram, during the First Age, it's unknown why. In other worlds, it's unknown. But this is a creature
hell
that is
nah.
attuned to the elemental world and was created by the deities.
Oh
Yeah.
It is
shit.
a powerful magical creature.
Now I wish I would have Rael as a character because he could speak with it.
The creature seems to step forward and growls. And that ends his turn. Let me go ahead and, actually, no, he's going to use
What's
his bonus
the-
action to regain HP.
Man, too bad I don't really have many good single target spells.
You see all the other wolves are watching from within, and they seem to be backing off due to this wolf. Anyways, it seems to get ready to lunge, and that ends its turn. I will say this, we're technically out of initiative for the turn, so if there's anything your characters would do as the creature is waiting for you to get ready, let me know. If there's anything you would like to roleplay with the creature, you can, but just remember, if you piss it off, it's going to attack. So you have about 3 turns to do what you want.
Okay, so it's not actually doesn't seem too aggressive.
It doesn't
Well, I
seem
guess it
too
seems
aggressive, but it seems like it is ready to fight you. It seems like it's challenging you, but you could attempt to roleplay with it if you wanted to. You could attempt other things. At the moment, you have 3 turns before combat ensues again.
I'm going to say, well, I am going to get into a defensive stance and ask, what do you want? Why do this?
Okay, make me a persuasion check.
Alright. Ooh, I'm proficient in that,
Roll
so
in
that's
chat,
a
please. Roll in chat, please.
Ooh, nat 19!
You hear in your mind, Ruby, the voice of the wolf enters. This was meant to be a training hunt for the whelps, the newly of age wolves of our pack. But I cannot pass up such a challenge as yourselves. You should prepare yourselves. I'll give you a bit of time.
Very well. I am then going to warn the others as I shout, he wants a challenge, so get ready.
But you can actually fucking talk with this thing?
It has telepathy.
So,
Oh,
what
you
is the
speak
rest
with
of the group
animals.
doing? What is the rest of the group doing?
I am sure sarcastic mage armor.
Alright, you immediately cast Mage Armor as the rain and energy of magic starts to coat around you as you step back for a second. Anything else you're doing in the next turn or so, I would say? As you're starting to get up and get ready, as you're listening to Ruby say he's getting ready for a challenge.
Let me think.
I'm still in the cart, right?
Well, you could have climbed out if you wanted to. You could push the wolf off you and climb out and take you 2 turns.
I would like to
Yeah.
spend my 2 turns. Just like, I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah.
I'm just like, fucking wolf, and, what's going on up here?
And you look out and
Yeah,
you see this large wolf just staying in place, and you hear Ruby go, "It's ready for a challenge."
What?
It wants a challenge, I said.
Yeah.
But I'm also going to proc my charge and heal.
Alright. I'll say this. Zeus, as you step out and you see this, as you're getting on top of the cart, you look and you watch as Ruby pulls her Zweihander and puts it in front of her chest like a knight holding a sword, and you see this green energy burst out of the center of the handguard and just enters into her body as her wounds start to heal. A bit more flashy, but similar to how your sword works.
Yeah, I know damn well I will back up and let the frontliners do the frontlining.
Alright.
I'm
Because
assuming
I am
that my
wa-
Hexblade curse is not on this dude.
No, it is not. And at this point, you guys watch as, yes, you begin to back up. You get like 50 feet away. You get about 50 feet away from it, and as soon as you
I
get to the
wouldn't back. I wouldn't back up that far. Like I would back up like 30 feet at most.
Okay, so you're gonna be 30 feet away from it.
Yes.
Alright, so as you get back, like, as you start to take another step back to maybe get, like, a few other extra feet back, lightning strikes directly behind you. And you hear in your head, "I will not allow you to have such range. I wish for a fight, a challenge. Show me what you have, coward."
I am almost dead, and I am a magic caster.
Just
He
to be
doesn't give a
clear,
shit.
yet it's only the person who's he wants to talk to at the moment could hear him.
You don't know?
Yep.
Alright. With that in mind, Ragnos just heard this thing could understand him, so he's gonna, I guess, use his turn to ask it one thing. Alright, dude, so I heard you can apparently understand me. I just want to make a simple request. If we fight, at least I promise to not kill you. Would you do the same?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Roll me the bitch ass motherfucker check.
Exactly, huh, Brock? I mean,
It's
Brock,
only a 19.
how many charges do you have left? That you have all
Oh,
your
Brock,
charges, right?
remember you do also have Bardic Inspiration for me.
I think I do. I haven't. I
Yeah.
don't spend the charges
You're-
very often.
Yeah, your sword used her charges for the day. But anyways, so as you say this, you hear in your mind, I wish for a challenge. Actually, everyone hears this. Just so you all are aware, I wish for a challenge. If you provide me a worthy challenge, you shall survive. If you are weak and easily dealt with, I will feast upon you. And I will draw whatever meager strength exists within your bones. You have but a few seconds to ready yourself. Is there anything
case,
else?
Ragnos gets himself into position.
You feel as you ask for mercy, the wind does pick up heavier, and you get the feeling he kind of got a little angry.
Alright.
Thank God.
You
I'm
get the
going
feeling
to
this
have.
wolf is a warrior. He has a warrior's mindset.
I'm going to say what I do last.
Okay. Gesh, is there anything else you would like to do, or is that end of your preparation?
Yeah, that
How long
would
does
end
Pulse
it.
Meteors work, last?
10 whole minutes.
Okay, so it's still up as more pebbles start to race around you. Zeus, what are you doing?
Okay. Okay. I am going to, just to make it easier on myself, I'm gonna cast Blur on myself, and I'm gonna move forward towards the wolf.
You're gonna approach it immediately?
Yes.
No.
Okay, you guys watch
no.
as Zeus's character casts a spell on himself, multiple versions of him start to blur, and he starts to charge the wolf. At this point, at top of initiative, because I need everyone to roll me initiative,
No, I was going to Hexblade Curse.
you hear the archaeologist say, "God, he's charging! Fuck!" And he throws something into the area. As you watch the wolf watch, this small stone of white color hits the ground and explodes. I would say all of you feel this heavy energy pulse over you as you all regain an extra.
Oh yeah, I was about to enter this fight
An
with 30 hit
extra
points.
4 HP.
Wow.
Temporary.
No,
Well,
it's
the act of
normal.
this man charging was so surprising. I got nat 1 for initiative.
And I got a dirty 20.
Okay.
I got
I have
17.
advantage on initiative.
Okay. So, the creature rolled 20 dirty. What is your initiative bonus? I don't think it's higher
Plus
than his.
3.
Okay, yeah, he goes first.
Can I
Let me
have
guess. Plus
advantage?
5.
I will give you advantage, Zeus.
Yeah.
No, he rolled an 8 on the dice, so plus 12. So, Gesh, what did you roll?
17
Okay, damn.
only.
You rolled good. Don't say only.
And it was a 9 on the die.
Hey, you rolled higher than he did on his dice.
Yeah,
Sorry
but he's
if you
still
hear me
before
chewing.
me.
Zeus, what did you roll with advantage?
The advantage gives me 18.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry if you hear me chewing. I'm eating chicken and squash
And
ravioli.
then you rolled a 1, right, Shadowy?
Yeah, I was just like, what the fuck is this motherfucker doing?
Yep.
That sounds like one of those like Gerber baby, like
And-
yes, squash and chicken.
I will put your healer at the top.
Yay!
Where is he?
Pasta.
at?
Shit.
What's his name?
Jarian?
No, isn't it Jiraiya? Jiraiya.
It
No,
is
Jiraiya.
Jiraiya.
My bad.
I
Jiraiya.
just realized he has the same name as Jiraiya from Naruto, but
Yes.
written differently.
Well, it sounds
Anyways.
the same.
So at this point,
Same
Jiraiya
production.
throws the healing stone, and it seems to shatter and break. He goes, "Give me a minute, I'll make another one." He starts to craft another one. Okay, put some of this alchemy
Great.
here. That ends his turn.
Great job, Jiraiya. We really love you. You're my favorite NPC.
You all hear in your heads, "I'll allow it, but if you all go unconscious fast, I will kill him too."
Oh.
And you watch as the Fenrir shakes its fur as lightning is going to strike at all of you. I need everyone to make me dex saves.
No, you motherfucker!
Fuck. 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 Fuck.
Remember, you have my bardic inspiration.
As you
I'm gonna
hear-
add it
I
to
wish-
this.
You see it shake,
I wish-
and the static electricity seems to shoot out of its body, and you watch as it seems to almost coagulate around you guys, and you immediately
7.
try to dodge out of the way. Oh, fuck. You guys are fucked.
Hold on.
Yes.
What's Spartacus inspiration here? What
A
die?
D6.
It's a D6.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna use absorb elements.
Okay. Good to know.
What does a
24.
15?
Okay.
Because otherwise
Yes.
I'm dead.
What'd you get?
7.
Okay, you take 10 with absorb elements, technically reduced to 5. Technically, you would have taken a. Cause that's 10 below, you would have taken 20 technically, because you critically failed, but you instead take 10. So you take 10 points of lightning damage.
I
Oh,
shrug
no,
off
that-
As
the
you
blow.
yeah,
get,
it's
For I-
safe.
well, give me a fucking second here, guys. As the lightning strikes down towards you, you immediately cast out some magic, and it pulls the magic into a shielded kind of area around you. How much HP are you at?
7.
As you manage to hold the energy, I will say, if you want to, at the moment, as a reaction, you could use your reaction to make an Arcana check to attempt to push the lightning or the energy of the lightning to another individual in your party's blade, if you wish to.
So essentially, their melee attack
So
gets
their
the extra
melee
damage.
attack, yeah, their next melee attack would get the damage.
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay, who do you want to do it to? If you make your Arcana check, of course. I'll say this: choose, and depending on who you choose, the Arcana check will be higher or lower. At the moment, your character's brother is further away than the other two.
Okay, who is the closest to me?
Ruby.
Wouldn't it be me?
Fuck, I
Actually,
don't
no,
want to do this to
technically
Ruby.
Ragnos. Technically Ragnos. Yeah.
Yes, it's Ragnos. Good,
Okay.
because I wanted to give it to Ragnos anyways.
Okay. Mind you, you're all within 20 feet of this creature.
13.
Okay, yeah, that's enough. So you manage to, you look over to Ragnos and you like touch his sword and you're like, Ragnos, you're like, what the fuck? And you just see lightning coats the blade.
Question, how much damage do I take from that?
Well, did you fail?
Yeah, I got a
Oh, you critically
5.
failed. So you take 20 lightning damage.
Yeah, I got fucked up. Alright.
If we succeeded, do we still take damage?
Well, what did you roll, Ruby?
I'm not Ruby, but
I got a
asking Ruby.
15.
Oh.
Ruby, that is a failure, but not a critical failure. So you take 10 points of lightning damage. Zeus, what did you
Alright.
what did you roll, Zeus?
24.
24. Okay, that is a success. So you take 5. Actually, no, technically it's a save or suck. So you take no damage as you manage to dodge out of the way, continue moving forward. You guys watch as this blurred motherfucker dodges out of the way of the lightning, pulling up his weapon. As you see it starts to shine, it heals him, and he continues to move forward. So, at the end of Fenrir's turn, it looks towards you all, and you all hear, "Well, you all survived that at least. Come back to me." And he seems to stand up a bit better, and he gets into a more defensive position, but not defensive, more of a combat-ready position. It is now your turn, Ruby, as you are 20 feet from this creature.
I am going to dash 20. Well, not dash, but I'm going to head 20 feet towards him,
Mhm.
Hexblade's Curse, and then strike with my greatsword.
Okay, make me a spellcasting check, which would be your charisma. I do spellcasting checks differently. I basically just make it your spell attack bonus, basically.
Alright, so
Aren't this how they normally are?
Usually it's not with your proficiency.
Oh, bruh, that's stupid.
Yeah, I know. Or that,
Wait,
I think
what
that's how
for?
it is. Just do it.
plus 6, 21.
21. All right. As you cast forward, you feel the Hexblade's curse almost try to shrug off of the Fenrir, but it manages to hold on. As you see this small glow, this green glow, almost get pushed off of him, but stick onto him, as your Hexblade's curse is affected to him.
Nice.
There's a chance if you did. By the way, 20 was the DC you needed to meet because that is his AC.
Alright, so he has the
Damn.
ability to resist magic. Alright.
Alright, let's see what my roll gets. Oh shit, not 20 for 27.
Okay, yeah, you hit. Go ahead and roll damage. It's a critical hit.
Yep. Any attack roll made against cursed creature targets. Yep. Just double checking.
Okay, what kind of
So-
damages are you doing, by the way?
It's my packed weapon, so it's slashing.
It's technically magical to overcome resistance, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Well, Zeus, is it? Because I can't remember properly. I think it is, right?
it's counted as magic to overcome resistance, but otherwise
Yeah.
not, I think.
Okay.
But it's a +1 greatsword, you said.
Yeah.
Alright, so just roll and then double the damage?
Yeah, but you're only doing slashing damage?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Alright. Alright, so...
So just so you guys are aware, it has an ability to basically say, fuck your magic, and it allows it to take half damage from any magical physical damage, if it wishes to, or it could be completely immune to non-magical damage that's physical.
Yeah, but
Just so you're
funny
aware.
how I'm a wizard, but funny how we are in the boss fight, but they have barely any spell slots left.
It is not going to use that ability. It is going to let you do full damage. It wants to see what you could do.
But
15
still,
doubled to
Show me what
30.
you've got.
15 double to 30?
Yep.
Okay. As you strike it, you hit, and it feels like you're hitting a stone wall almost, but it almost bends like you're hitting rubber as well. As you hit it, you do manage to get a slash in it. As you pull back, you just see it looks down at you as a bit of blood pours out of its wound. Good hits. It's not going to use its ability just yet. Okay. So, does that end your turn?
Yep.
Alright. End of your turn, it's going to use a legendary action. It is going to stare towards you, and it is going to look at the person who just struck it. Its tail is going to whip around, and I'm going to need you to make me a strength saving throw. As a
Strength
heavy
save,
bit of a heavy hit of wind just knocks you down. We're going to see if you maintain your footing.
Oh, God. Okay, that's a 6.
Okay? Total?
Yes, I have +2.
Alright, so as the heavy wind hits you, you guys watch as Ruby's character just gets knocked off her feet and thrown 20 feet back as she takes 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Isn't Brian a dude?
Brian, sorry.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting, my bad, because you play a lot of female characters too. So Brian is knocked off his ass as blood spurts out of his mouth as he's thrown 20 feet away. You can technically be disarmed with your weapon, it's just that you can summon it back to you, right?
Yeah.
Your weapon is disarmed from you, but it lands right next to you, so you can just pick it up easily on your turn. But you do manage to get knocked prone 20 feet away from the creature after taking 7 bludgeoning damage. It looks towards the other fool that's just rushing it now. Approach. End of your turn, Ruby. It is now Zeus's turn. Zeus, you watched it flick its tail, and your compatriot that just slashed it got flung.
Gotcha. It's too late for you, motherfucker.
So what are you
Boy,
doing?
am I
as you're
so glad.
What are you doing as you're blurring?
All right. I'm blurring too. All right, this makes my life easier.
Blur.
Damage
That's why he couldn't hit you, man, because he didn't know which one to target.
Yeah.
You could have just hit everyone.
Yeah, he could have. But the man fucking dodge rolled Elden Ring style out of the way, man.
Yeah.
Elden Ring,
24.
Dark Souls, and Monster Hunter.
Okay, I'm going to, as a bonus action, cast Branding Smite and then smack him.
Remember, fire damage is halved. Wait,
Branding Smite.
You don't know that, though.
I don't know that. But also, Branding Smite is radiant, by the way.
Okay. So as you approach it,
I
and
need
go
to roll the
for
hit.
a slash, go ahead. You're using your greatsword?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Okay. So the roll to hit is I have plus.
Your character doesn't know what the fuck this is, but you go to hit it anyways.
Yeah, fuck this wolf. Hoo-ha! 23.
Okay, yeah, you hit.
Yes. All right. So the
So
physical
don't-
damage.
So don't roll your radiant damage because it's immune.
Oh.
even worse, it's a
It is a divine beast.
fair point.
12. 12
I'm not gonna say
points
that.
of
I am not gonna say that.
slashing damage. Oh.
What were you about to say, Ruby?
No.
So as you slash in, like you slash into it, and you feel the same thing. It feels like stone and blubber at the same time, but it feels like it lets go of that resistance as you push into it, and you get the feeling this creature just wants to see what you can do before it gets serious. As you push into it, it then looks down to you. It's gonna use its reaction. It looks down. Nice hits. And it's going to slash at you with one of its claws.
Oh.
Does a 22 hit you?
Yes, by 4.
Okay. As the claw hits you, you take 22 points of slashing damage. It racks across your face. How much HP do you have at the moment?
Okay, so that'd be 2, and that would be 1. I'm at 12.
Okay. I need you to make a Constitution saving. Well, not strength saving throw.
Not be fucking punted.
Wait, would multi-attack... No, never mind.
Well, this is the reaction to your first attack, so you can make your second attacks and whatnot after this.
If this were... Okay.
Yeah,
So what...
This is like you strike once and then he just hits you immediately.
What stat am I rolling?
Strength save.
Strength.
Thank you. So I got +4 to that. Wowie kabowie.
Honestly, I always forget.
7.
Critical fail. All right, so as he hits you, his claw stays in you and just throws you to the ground as you're knocked prone, and he actually does more damage to you because you are crushed by his paw. That you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, man.
And you are prone and restrained under his claw. You can make your attacks now if you want to, but just remember you have disadvantage, heavy disadvantage.
How much damage did you do to me?
2.
2. Okay, that's
You
still
guys
terrible
watch
though.
as in the mud, like this huge wave of mud gets thrown away. If he was on stone, you get the feeling that would have broke the stone beneath you. Like even your like stone back is like starting to break and shale off a bit.
Ouch.
Yeah. Any normal human would have been smushed by that.
I'm just that strong. I'm a big buff boy.
Just that.
Alright.
Wait,
Built forward tough.
are there pebbles coming off his back?
I mean, technically.
If he kills me, I just turn into a pile of gravel.
Technically.
Cool. Then I can use your body as a weapon with a
I
cantrip.
mean, there are stones underneath the mud. It's just you need to like root through them to get them, unless you're using something like Mel's meteors.
Right.
I mean,
Dirty 20.
Wait,
I'm
couldn't I
gonna
just
attack.
grab a
Well, you have
meteor?
disadvantage. You're prone and restrained.
Oh, right. I did stupid. Okay, second one. 18.
So as you go to slash him, you can't really move your finger out of the way, and one of the claws just like stops your blade from hitting its paw.
Great.
God damn it. It's a real fucking boss, and we are already like almost dead. Yay.
It's fine. I'm a big boy.
It stares
And
down
I'm
to
at
you.
its return.
It stares down at you, and in your head you hear, disappointing. And everyone else hears, next.
Aw.
We are gonna die.
Okay. Oh wait, I put that in the rolls channel. Oh, my bad. So next would be, Gesh. What are you doing? As you see your brother just gets knocked to the ground, your other friend gets knocked right next to you again, on the ground as well. These hits seem to be heavy, and it seems to, as you saw the strange energy try to pull to its body, you get the feeling magic is harder to affect this creature.
I am
You
mad.
can see why it is a divine beast.
Yeah. I will use a rhyme spinning eyes on it.
Okay, so you take a single step forward and cast the spell at it as it's going to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that is a failure. It is going to use a legendary resistance.
Oh, come on, man. I want. Oh, that's the only rate of damage that I have.
That's fine. As you cast this ice forward, it is also going to do half damage anyways, because it is... Actually, no. It is not resistant to cold. Actually, it's furred creature.
Yeah, but it would do double because of the rain.
Technically, yeah, so it's normal and then reduced to half because it succeeded.
Yeah, so normal, double because of rain, and then half because of success.
Yes, but then it is technically... technically wolves don't have a resistance to cold, so I don't know what I was thinking. So yeah, it would be doubled because of the rain, halved back to normal, so it's normal.
10. Okay, well, from now on I literally only have magic missile.
Okay,
I can't end my cantrips. I am fucked.
so go ahead and roll your damage.
I did 10.
10? Alright, nice job. You guys have done...
No, it isn't.
You guys have done 52 damage to it so far. As you see, bits of ice are starting to coat it, and it's just looking down like, trying to
And-
figure out you guys a bit.
And then I will hurl 2 meteors at it.
All right, the 2 meteors come towards it. First save is a natural 19 plus 12. Well, technically plus
It
plus like 15,
succeeds.
but yeah. And then what's your DC? 17 because it rolled a 5 plus 12 technically.
It succeeds. It's 16.
Okay.
So it's 46.
Technically,
It's
half
40.
damage, quarter damage.
Yeah. But it's still 46, so
yeah, 46 quarter. So that
12
would be
to 3.
Okay. Seems
Not
to
the
take the
worst.
damage and it just looks towards you. Its eyes begin to glow a bit. Anyways,
Yeah, I'm sorry, most of my powerful spells are already expended.
mhm.
I literally say that to the wolf.
Anyways, does that end your turn?
Yes.
End of your turn, it's going to use another legendary action to. Well, it's going to use 2 legendary actions to immediately get up to your group. Like, it moves. It starts to trot up to your group 20 feet away and gets within 5 feet range of you guys. So it leaves the Stone Man. Stone Man, if you want to use your reaction, you can make 2 attacks at it.
I would love to.
You're prone, so you have disadvantage.
Oh no.
All right.
But you're like back deep in the mud. You're like, oh.
All right. Bert. Plus 8.
You go to
21.
You go to strike. Well, wait. What do you mean plus 8? The
I have
first
a
one. The first one you roll 2d20, so that would be a 9. Because it's at disadvantage.
Oh, yeah, disadvantage. I'm stupid.
So
right.
you go to strike
oh, no.
and you feel a bit of your sword chip off.
Okay.
You hear,
Next.
you hear in your mind, Zeus, you fucking moron. You absolute buffoon.
Shut up.
This-
This is challenging. Fuck.
You go for a second strike and technically miss. So you go for a second strike and it just, your arm gets caught in the mud and pull it out just in time to miss.
This is your... I look down to the start. This is your fault.
Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game. That's not correct.
That's the wrong.
I've been hanging out with you too much.
A little bit.
Anyways, the creature gets there. It is now Shadowy's turn. It is within
Okay, so
5
the
feet of
thing
you,
is-
Shadowy.
Oh, so this thing is right within 5 feet of Gash, correct?
And you, yes.
Okay. In that case, Ragnar, seeing that the wolf has come up to it and seeing that that Gash is right next to it as well, he has a plan.
Mhm.
He's going to use his bonus action to activate Crimson Flame.
Okay.
I'm just going to keep one of those embers off.
Okay.
Right.
So as you have the lightning on it, you guys also see this like dripping blood red flame engulf the blade of his weapon. Your weapon is not magical, is it?
No.
Okay, continue.
Yeah, but with that, yeah, that's the thing. Since this technically makes it magical, but not knowing this,
No,
I
I'm
do
just
see
saying this weapon has been heated up by the flames multiple times. It's been cooled down heavily. Now it has lightning running through it and flame, so it's going to take some serious damage to the blade. But
Okay.
continue.
All right. But with that, I'm going to go stick close to the wolf and go around it, so
Okay.
I'm on the opposite side of it as Gash.
You slide through the mud, taking your weapon, getting ready for a strike. Go ahead.
And now I'm going to attack it with advantage.
All right, go ahead and make your attack roll. Technically, I allow flanking to be anywhere, like if there's 2 people on the person, and now because it's kind of rude. But unless the person is prone, the other person, they have to be able to physically like make the creature sweat, basically.
All right. So with that, an ADV.
To smell their sweat.
What?
All right, that's a 25.
25.
They have to be
that
within
definitely hits.
range.
So as you strike
Okay.
this creature, go ahead and roll damage for the first hit, because technically the lightning only stays for the first hit.
Also, I'm going to use defensive flourish.
Again, okay.
What's that? 1d8 plus 1, 6. Plus, how much does lightning give?
I don't know. How much does the lightning give, Gesh?
1d6.
Okay, and remember the fire damage is halved.
1d6. And the fire is.
Even magical fires?
Yes.
Because magical fires can only be
Yes.
put out by magical water.
Nope.
That's 3d4. Alright.
This is creating a fire, technically. Actually, technically, no, this does create a magical fire. So no. The fire damage is not halved.
Oh
Mind
god,
you-
I said it.
We're still gonna see how much lightning damage does, but it's not gonna do damage.
So
I'm
I
just fucking
did
with you.
6 fire damage to it instead of.
Technically, yeah. So instead of 3, you did 6. My bad.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's about 18 damage in total.
18
About
damage, okay.
6 of that was the magical fire, and 1 of that was lightning.
Okay.
Got a bad roll on that. That's
Okay.
only a +2 to my AC, so I have a 21 AC until the start of my next turn.
And then technically, you regain a quarter of 18, which is 7. We'll go to a 6. We'll go with 6. Well, actually,
Quarter of
technically 4,
18.
8, 12, 16.
4.5.
We'll go with 5. I'll be generous this time. We'll go with 5.
Okay.
As you stab into the side of the creature, you hear a "Arrgh," and it looks back at you. Interesting. Let's get serious then. Does that end your
Come
turn?
at me,
I,
bitch.
I don't like these words.
Does that end your turn or not?
Yeah, which should be the end of my turn because I've moved, did bonus action, and attacked.
Last legendary action is going to take its tail and try to strike you, the person who just hit it. Does a 19 hit your AC?
No, it's barely below it.
So, as you stab into him, you see the tail coming, and you pull the weapon out and kind of block it as you get moved about 5 feet to the side, just holding on and not taking any damage. You look down to your sword, and you can see it chipping and breaking. You can see that it's getting very fragile at this point.
I'm gonna need a new sword.
Mm-hmm. You get the feeling the multiple powerful surges of magic you're passing through this weapon when it doesn't have the ability to hold that much magic is causing it to become brittle. You probably have a good, maybe 20 swings with it before it breaks. Maybe a good 3 times pushing all your magic through it. So, as you get pushed off to the side, it seems to not deal any damage to you, but your weapon is heavily crumbling. Anyways, end of your turn. Jiraiya goes, I finished it! Holy shit, you guys are... And he just throws another one of the rocks. Here you go! It lands and cracks. Alright, yeah, it doesn't target Fenrir because it's technically an enemy. You each gain 8 points of healing.
I breathe that shit in. I take a deep fucking breath.
The entire area seems to be coated in, the 20-foot area. I got
Yeah.
you, don't worry! And then he's going to pull out a gun and shoot at Fenrir. Because he's from Taram.
I'm going to kill you with the power of friendship and this gun I
He pulls out a
found.
flintlock and aims. You hear this loud, thunderous shot. Oh my god, he actually hits. He just barely hits with a 20. Okay. You watch as Fenrir looks up and goes, "What was that?" And you see this bullet just shoot through him, all the way through his body and into the mud behind him for 9 damage.
Nice.
I gotta get one of those.
Mind you, he could just negate it if you wanted to, but he's not negating damage for this fight just yet until his turn starts. At this point, he looks and goes, "Not enough." And he's going to suddenly, you see his fur suddenly start to move like a wave, and you see this energy pours off of him. He's going full beast mode now. And he's going to look down towards you, Ragnos, and he's going to strike at you with a bite attack. Actually,
Alright. I'm gonna
No.
do a little.
yeah, he's pissed off because you guys aren't strong enough at this point. A
How
bite-
far did he throw me?
You're right next to him, too. You're just prone on the ground.
Oh, the
Oh, no,
tail
I'm
didn't
using
launch
shield
me
when
any?
he's attacking
It did. He moved up to the other group. The
Oh,
group that was
crap.
20 feet away from him. Yeah. So, what are you doing, Ragnos?
I'm using shield preemptively.
Okay. So, that is a 23. What is your AC with shield?
With shield and with defensive flourish, that is 26.
Alright, so it bites down at you, and you immediately throw up this arcane shield of fire in front of you, and it bites down and tries to break it, but it can't break through. You see the flames are starting to break as the teeth are coming through, but it's being held at bay at that point. And then it's going to make a tail attack at the mage behind it, who's been casting spells at it. Gesh, what's your AC?
16.
Well, I just dropped my dice. Let me pick that up. Okay, that's 20, so it does hit you. It hits you with the tail. I need you to make a strength save.
I should have said a bit earlier that I'm gonna use shield, but it's too late now. Fuck. Strength?
You can use shield if you want. Just remember, you should probably call it before I say anything. That's my fault for saying anything. So you can use shield.
Yes. Then I do shield.
You pull up this wave of wind that has some of the rain in it. It just pushes against the actual tail, and you're gonna see this like clashing aura. The creature is then going to.
2 spell slots left.
He's gonna target the Rockman on the ground. Rockman. Zeus.
Hold up. We got
Yeah.
this way.
I'm here.
Make me a dexterity saving throw, and I'm going to give you advantage and plus 10 on this, because technically you're in the ground, and the rest of the ground's around you as lightning strikes down at you.
I am the ground.
Yeah, but you're below the ground, so you're not taking the damage as easily. So,
Alright, so the first one,
plus 10 as well. Yeah.
The first one was an 18.
Okay.
Second one is gonna be like a million fucking bajillion. Watch this, ready? Wabam, 21.
Okay, 21. I will say you can take a little bit of the damage if you want to try and coat your weapon in the lightning.
You know what? That's a terrible idea at my current health. No.
Okay, sure. As you manage to just hold yourself there, and you see the lightning strikes the ground next to you instead. That ends Fenrir's turn. Ruby, is your turn.
Yes.
As Brian's on the ground coughing up a bit of blood, he looks over to his left, grabbing his weapon, and looks to the right as Fenrir is right next to him, still prone on the ground.
Alright. Considering that the only thing I can do is actions, since I don't have any bonus action spells. I am going to obviously attack. Well, stand up, then
Alright, so
attack.
you push yourself up and use that to plunge your weapon towards the creature.
Yep. Alright, so which d20 should I use? Clear or the black and white one?
Mind you, you're all getting, like, sprayed with this heavy rain and wind. Your hair's being tousled. You're getting soaked as the mud beneath your feet is dirtying you as you watch as Brian stands up and stabs in this strange, homeless outfit.
22.
Alright, you manage to just pierce through the gut of this creature. Go ahead and roll damage. I'm gonna say it's a critical hit because he was not expecting you to get up and stab him. He was like, this guy's down for the count. Because he doesn't know your healths. He was like, I did a hefty hit to this motherfucker, he's gonna stay down. You didn't stay down, so I'm gonna say this is a critical hit. You went past his defenses.
Max damage, 19, doubled to...
Keep it at 19, because he has activated his resistances.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
as you stab him, you hear a... At this point, he hasn't activated that ability yet, but he has activated another ability. You watch as a bit of his blood starts to shine with divine energy, and you're like, oh fuck! And you feel it hit your body, and it starts to burn, but you get the feeling he hasn't... He doesn't want to activate that ability yet. Out of character, he has an ability that if you attack him with a weapon within a melee weapon within 5 feet of him, you do take radiant damage from his blood.
Okay.
So, yeah. Be careful of that. Just in the future. I'll
Yep.
say all of you notice this immediately. And you get the feeling, might want to be careful stabbing him. Anyways, anything else on your turn, Ruby, as you stand up and stab him?
I have no bonus actions I can use, unfortunately. But I
Okay.
don't think you're gonna allow me to use it to make another attack.
I'll allow you to use your bonus action to make another attack without your proficiency bonus.
Alright.
So it's basically like you stab him, and then you like pull it out and try to stab him again, so you don't have all that
Without-
momentum to add your proficiency.
Yeah, without the proficiency bonus from Hexblade.
Well, Hexblade doesn't... Well, that's for the damage. I'll allow your damage to have it, but with your attack roll now.
Oh.
Technically, you have advantage on this now as you're standing up, and now you are technically flanking.
Alright, so instead of having a +7, I'd have a +5.
Yes. At advantage.
First roll was a 19 for 24, which is technically a crit with Hexblade, and the other one was a dirty 20.
So so crit. Okay. So you manage to stab into him and crit again. Go ahead and roll damage as you like pull the blade out a little bit and stab directly in one more time, very fast. This time, putting all your weight into it.
That is 16 damage.
Okay, 16 damage. Yeah, you have stabbed him quite a bit. As you stab into him, and you're like, do you say anything as you stab into him a second time? As the rain is hitting you, pouring off your face, the blood is pouring from your mouth. Your hair is matted but being blown by the wind a bit. You can
No, though,
everyone
there
else
is
can only
a-
see, everyone else can only see your one of your eyes that is not covered by your hair. It's the green eye is in a state of kind of like not frenzy but battle rage to an extent, and you're holding your one hand up into the creature's guts. Continue.
He is going to say, "This has been a very wonderful battle."
Okay.
With respect in his voice.
Alright, but you're still in that form of, like, this is the fight to death or life, for life or death, basically. So, like, you have that look of, like, seriousness on your face, but you're still giving a little bit of respect. Alright.
Yeah.
As the creature is, like, taking a bit of hits, it's going to use its legendary action at the end of your turn, unless you have anything else on your turn.
Nope.
It's going to make a claw attack at you. You don't have the shield spell, do you?
I do, but I've used both my spell slots.
Alright, it's going to slash you, because that is, like, a 31.
Oh, crap.
What's your AC?
14. That's a double crit.
Okay, yeah.
Well, that's a crit.
That's a crit. So it's not a natural 20, that was a natural 19. So it's going to kick you with the back of its foot, with its back foot, as it's no longer looking at you. And it's going to deal... Wait, no, it's only a D10. What am I doing? Okay, so let me reroll that. You take 38 points of bludgeoning damage as you're kicked out of where it shot the lightning before, as you're kicked down to the ground, probably unconscious, right?
Yep.
Alright, you go
Wait,
on...
no, I've...
Yeah, how much
Hold
HP do you have?
How much
before you-
damage?
38.
Okay, yeah, unconscious, barely.
You guys watch as the creature looks backwards towards Brian and just absolutely fucking kicks him in the face, and you watch Brian's face, like his jaw and all of his face bones basically break as he goes flying and hits right next to the archaeologist on the road as his weapon just goes flying off to the distance. That's one down. 3 to go. Alright. End of Ruby's turn. Zeus.
Yep.
As you're on the ground, I will say you can stand up for free without using an action, just because you managed to dodge the lightning. I'll give you that.
Woo!
As you like move to the left, you like rolled up, and the lightning missed you just barely.
Alrighty.
You pick up your sword. All right, maybe this time don't miss.
That's very helpful, and I'm gonna charge forward and go swing on him.
All right, you charge forward and you get up to him. You have advantage because you are flanking with 2 friends. Both your friends are like holding back attacks from him at this point with these arcane shields that are starting to crack underneath the force. His
Wait.
body is glowing with an energy. Oh, by the way, your hex blade is gone. Your hex blade's curse is gone, Ruby.
Yeah.
That plus 8, 23.
23.
And
You manage to jump up using your brother as like a step stool. You almost push him into the muddy ground that he's standing on. Jump off of his... Actually, no, because you'd be... You jump on top of Ragnos using his wings, push him nearly into the ground, like to his ankles, then jump off of his fire shield onto the snout and just plunge your weapon directly like into the face of this creature. Go ahead and roll damage. I'll say you don't plunge it into, but you slash heavily, a large slash on its face. I will say you manage to land onto its back and hold onto the fur, so you're up there now. So what'd you roll?
10 points of damage.
Okay. 5 points of damage.
You motherfucker! Alright, let me roll again. Alright,
As you slash, you feel like his energies have, his resistances have come back now.
You motherfucker.
Okay. As you...
18.
As you... 18 instead... that sucks, man. That sucks. As you land on his back, you go for a second strike, pulling your weapon up into, like, a single hand and going for a strike, but it just hits, and you feel that hardness and that rubbery slip your weapon off its back. You're holding onto its back now, onto its fur, though. So anybody that attacks it has advantage if they make a melee attack against it. Or even a ranged attack that's not within 5 feet.
Hmm.
Alright.
Oh, man.
Bonus action, Blade Ward for my protection.
Okay. Yeah, sure. End of your turn?
That is everything I can do, yes.
It's gonna use a legendary action to, yeah, there's gonna be a heavy gust of wind that hits you, Zeus, because it doesn't want you on its back. Hold on. Make me a strength save, please.
Oh, yeah. Watch this amazing strength. I am a god amongst men. Nothing can stop me. 9.
Alright, you guys watch as Zeus's character is knocked up into the air and falls right behind you, Ragnos, onto the ground, clapping into the mud. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage from the wind, as well as 5 points of bludgeoning damage from the height. 6 damage in total. Blade Ward is not concentration. I'm just saying they're 2 separate numbers, so you would have to make 2 separate concentration checks. That's why I gave you 2 different numbers.
Right.
So it's 6 in total.
Blade Ward for the win.
And you
It's
just
the best spell.
land on the ground and like Wile E. Coyote into the ground, basically. Your sword lands right behind Ragnos. Like right between your legs, like it would have hit your dong if it went like 2 inches up.
God damn.
It's at your
Sword!
ankles. It's at your ankles too, which is. Anyways, we'll continue from there. At this point, does that that ends your turn fully? Let's see here. After Zeus, Gesh.
I'm next.
You just watched your brother get absolutely fucking rocked.
I
Okay,
wish
I'm
it
gonna,
could.
I'm gonna give you a +10 to whatever you do here because that was a horrible pun. I'm sorry. Not intentional.
Instead-
but it was a horrible pun.
What
And you hate
question?
your brother, so it makes you feel better that he got
A
shit with
plus
him.
10 for attack or for damage?
I will say you could use it on damage or increase your DC by 10
Ooh.
for this turn.
Ah shit, you do that for a magic missile, I have to roll for each, right?
Yep. So we get
Can-
+10. You get +10 to each of those. Yes.
Each! Oh shit, okay.
Cast it highest level you can.
First level, unless Goblin lets me use
say-
my last.
I will say.
Unless Goblin.
Roll
yeah.
me if you want to use all of your spell slots at once. You need to roll a Constitution saving throw. Otherwise, you are going to take feedback from doing so.
Fuck
Which
it.
means you will take the damage as well, basically. So, what level are you casting?
13.
13. Okay, you're taking feedback. If you want to do
Yeah.
it. So, what level?
I'm-
How many spell slots are you using here?
2 first level.
Okay, so go ahead and roll. So that I will say this will be 2 different spells you're casting at once. So that's 6 missiles instead.
Okay. I'm adding plus 10 to each of those. Oh god, I could die from this.
Technically,
I
this should
will-
this should be more of a surge, so you'd be casting it at 2nd level. I'm sorry, my bad.
Oh, thank god. So
Yeah.
I will still die, man.
Okay, so go
Hey,
ahead and roll.
do I take the full? Do I take the full damage as feedback or only some of it?
Well, I'll let you know, but give me 1 second. I'm gonna roll an intelligence check to see if he recognizes the spell really quick.
He's nuts.
He's not looking at you, so he doesn't recognize it. Go ahead and roll.
No,
Otherwise, he would have cast shield.
That's 10 to each of those, so plus 44.
Well, yeah, technically. Is this Jim's magic missile?
No, the
Regular.
normal.
Okay, okay.
Can we cast Jim?
And if it would reduce him to 0 hit points, I would try to not kill him.
It won't.
Okay. 49.
Alright, okay, nice. Nice job. And that's all force damage, so he doesn't resist it.
Oh.
You rolled a total of 9 plus 4.
Alright, so as you cast this forward, you're like, ha ha! And then you look down to your hand and it's starting to necrotize a bit. As you're like, ha ha! As you suffer. Let's see here.
Now, if I would have had the.
Sorry, it's 2d10, not 4d10. You suffer 14 points of force damage as the magical feedback hits you. And I will say, if you're not unconscious, you are stunned for your next turn.
We would need the I'm still standing, but I'm at 1 HP.
I'm still standing.
Yeah.
Bro, now imagine if you were an orc and like you got hit again by this creature and you're like, "Oh fuck you," and just stood back up again.
Wait, stun. Did you say stunned?
Yeah, you're stunned for your next round. because it's just a
Oh,
bunch
good.
of feedback
Oh.
hitting you, and it's like a flashbang
Good,
just went
it's
off
not
in your mind.
paralyzed.
You just hear, and everything is like triple.
Yeah, if it would have been paralyzed,
Yeah, that would have been
that
bad.
would have been
Well,
bad.
he still technically has advantage on you because you're incapacitated while you're stunned.
Yeah.
Anyways, as you're like reeling for this feedback, is there anything you want to do before you become stunned?
Could I perhaps? I'm gonna use my 2 last meteors.
Okay. You are gonna lose the concentration when you become stunned, so that's a good idea. So you like at the end you're like fly at that one of the 3, and immediately go stunned afterwards. So he's gonna make 2 dex saves. Failure. Natural 20.
I'm gonna use my last temporal shift to make him reroll that bitch.
Okay. Natural 1. So technically he rolled a 14 and a natural 1, so that is a failure and a double crit failure.
Woo!
So roll the first one first. Roll the first fire damage first.
Yeah.
And this
The
is
first one is
not
10.
10. Okay.
Oh man, I could have. Oh man, why don't I have that for the second? No, I rolled 12. Of
So this is
course.
going to be 4, 8. Well, hold up, it's 8 times that, so 16 damage.
Hey,
Wait,
come
no,
on.
it's double. It's 4 times, so it's 8.
Oh, come on. The minimum damage at the crit.
You guys see that it's now panting a bit, as if it seems to have been injured quite a bit. At this point, it seems bloodied.
Holy shit!
So that means it's at half health or lower. As it looks
Okay.
down, you all hear in your head, "This has been fun. Do what other little things you can. But we're finished here. Continue if you wish." So it's basically saying if you want to keep fighting until its turn, you can. Or if you want to try to kill this thing, you can. But it's been going easy on you, so I would not recommend trying to fully kill this thing. It just wants to get a gist of how powerful you really are. So at the moment, Shadowy, it's your turn. Do you want to attack this thing and try to fully prove yourself? Because right now you're still standing, but you get the feeling that this creature is now done with challenging you. You have proven yourselves. You all have heard that you have proven yourselves, except for Ruby here, who's kind of gone unconscious.
Oh,
I will say,
but
Shadowy, before you choose, you feel another creature enter your mind. Use me. Do it. I'm the only way you can kill this thing. And you look back and you see the sword that Zeus's character has been using is glowing as if it's talking to you.
Don't. Please
Magnus looks
don't do
back
it.
to that, but he Jake said, no, I offered this thing. I offered this thing that we wouldn't kill each other, and I'm going to abide by that.
Imagine
So I put my sword away.
what you can get if you... Coward. Anyways, that ends that conversation. As you put your sword away, the creature stops biting and looks at you. You could have taken one last swing, you know. It would not have offended me.
No, man, I offered you peace. It would seem a bit hypocritical for me to just go at you when you got offered.
Meanwhile, you guys hear... and a bullet just goes whizzing by you guys. You guys okay?
What the fuck, man?
Technically has advantage. Even worse. So you don't even hear the bullet go whizzing by you. You guys just see an explosion in the distance and Jiraiya goes unconscious.
Oh, fuck.
Your friend
I'm gonna
might
go
need some help.
Yeah, I'm gonna go help him.
Alright, you start to run to Jiraiya. Initiative is now over. We're going to take a small 5 to 10 minute break here because I need to piss.